Welcome back to Numbers on the Board.
Numbers on the board, yes.
Full squad. P is back. Comment section was saying that was our greatest episode ever, and that we should never change anything from last episode.
Hey,
That's what they were saying.
I'm with him. I sit at home and get my bag all day. One thing about this job, my pay don't change, baby. No, I'm happy to be back, man. I hated that I missed last episode. I seen the comments, too. I seen the comments. Not on the video, but they was hitting me up on my Twitter and Instagram. They are always overdramatic. When one of us miss, they pretend that we always are missing shows. We miss shows, but the way that they be saying, somebody was like, P gets sick once a month. Y'all immune systems is crazy. Y'all need to take probiotics. What do y'all be doing? I'm like, bro, we don't miss that many shows.
I mean,
really
I
don't.
was perceived as the Iron Man because I only had missed like one show.
I remember when they had our
Fucking Mikal Bridges over here.
they had our stats for the shows and like how many times we missed. And I had missed like a couple shows. I'm like, I got to get on my stuff. And I remember I ain't missed a show for a long ass time.
Well, that's because you used to really be the sick one.
I guess.
You
You love
issues,
saying
you
that. I
would
feel like
be-
that was a high school.
But I also feel like that's another thing that we do that I think that people really take to heart. Whenever I miss an episode and they say sick, it's not literally sick. Like the last 2 times I have been sick.
Yeah.
But I also have like allergies, and I don't consider that being sick.
Yeah.
If I'm having a stomach issue, I don't consider that being sick. But you're going to come up here and say, yeah, Mike ain't feeling well today. Nobody going to come up here and say, man, Mike, he been shitting so much that he ate this thing and he can't get off the toilet, man. So Mike ain't here today. No, it's just going to be like, hey, man, Mike not feeling well. And I think everybody automatically think, oh, my gosh, he got the flu again? But
I just feel like our show, any 3-man orchestration is going to be a good show. You know, like if you miss, we be all right. If I miss, y'all will be all right. We just got this.
there's no such thing
this
as a
chemistry.
bad show, though.
No, if we miss 2 people, I think that's a bad
Oh,
show.
but I don't think we would come up here. Y'all don't like to get
Yeah,
don't like to get in y'all bag like
I
that.
was thinking about making
I was
it
the only
happen last
person that was
episode.
trying to do that at one point in time.
What you
and-
mean?
Well, there's only one other option. And it was Mike. And he
Yeah,
said no.
y'all people don't want to get
On the
in there and
next
put in
time we
that
got
work.
2 people going, I'll pull up.
That's very rarely
It
gonna
is
happen.
very
That
rare.
one time we should have did it, man. We should have did it. We would have had a hell of a show. But no, I feel good.
Glad to have you back.
Thank you. It wasn't nothing crazy. I did learn a lot. And I almost fell for that trap. I almost came. Because I was like, man, you know, I don't want to miss it. I got to be dedicated.
Yeah.
Mama mentality. That was the stupidest shit I almost did.
Mama mentality is so overrated.
The
in normal
greatest
life.
thing I ever did
Yeah.
was to sit my ass down. And
Yeah.
that's why the cold came and went. I'm a little stuffy still a little bit, but like how I feel, I'm back 100%.
There's just certain professions where mama mentality just doesn't make sense. This is one
I
of
don't even
those.
think Kobe's
You
mama
know what it be
mentality
too
is
sometimes?
what it really was either.
When you sick, you be having that little sudden burst of energy. You're feeling like you just don't feel as bad, and then you start
It's
moving
fool's
around.
gold.
You start moving around.
And boom.
Yeah.
That happened when I was sick. Like we was gonna go to the store, or I was gonna go to the little store right down the street to get some medicine. I walked outside and that cold just hit my face, and I just walked right back inside. I was like, Elena, gonna have to get that later.
That's my message to everybody at home, everybody in the room. Next time you ain't feeling well and you think you finna, man, I gotta grind, I gotta stay. No, that's foolish. Part of the mama mentality was rest and recovery. I've seen Tim Grover's interviews about Jordan and Kobe, and a lot of it is obviously the work, but they also took their rest and recovery serious, and that's what I looked at as. 3 days, 4 days, I sat my ass in the crib. I wasn't even really playing the game. I was just chilling, and I think that's what my body really needed more than anything was to just rest.
We got some special news for All-Star
feeling
Weekend.
good.
As y'all know, we sold out our live show. Shout out to everybody that bought tickets. But we are also, us Numbers on the Board, are teaming up with the Hoop Streams for pregame coverage
Yes,
of the
sir.
Celebrity All-Star Game. So us four will be talking to celebrities and former athletes on NBA on ESPN YouTube channel for Hoop Streams. Please tune into that. It should be a blast. Super excited. We don't have the official list of the Celebrity All-Stars, but like we saw the maybe list, and there's some hitters on there, man.
Oh, for sure.
It's some family and friends on there.
Yeah, so it should be a great time. Please tune in, NBA on ESPN, the day of the Celebrity Game, which is the 14th. The 14th. Yeah. I'm excited
14th
for
is
that.
also what?
I don't know.
Valentine's Day.
Oh.
You're not gonna be with your boo on Valentine's Day?
I can't, unfortunately.
It's pretty normal, right?
Gotta-
I feel like
gotta
it's
work.
Super normal.
3 of the last 4
Super
years has
normal.
been Valentine's Day All-Star Weekend.
No, I feel like every
Yeah, it's like
every
every
All-Star.
year.
Yeah.
'Cause it's always
I
around
think
the same
last year,
time.
I
Or
think
that
last year
weekend.
wasn't. I think I got to spend Valentine's Day with her last year.
Yeah, 3 out of 4, last 4.
I know in Charlotte it was Valentine's
Yeah,
Day,
it was.
For sure, yeah.
So
which was the very first one. So
unfortunately, when you work in this
there is
business,
no unfortunately. Valentine's Day is
It's
okay.
just a
you
day.
gotta let the ladies know.
I would much rather do this than be at some random.
Valentine's Day
Day
is kind of overrated.
Huh?
It's very overrated, actually.
Yeah.
I
do
just
y'all
think
do Sweetest Day?
No.
That's why I don't do
You
Valentine's
can't do
Day.
Sweetest Day.
I know. I'm saying, like, do y'all girls do stuff for y'all on Sweetest Day?
Not a single thing, Derek. Nothing is
Maybe.
different.
Yes.
It comes and goes.
But
ain't
again,
even know
I
it
don't
happened.
think like Sweetest Day passes and she don't do nothing. I'm like, this ain't the one for me no
Yeah,
more.
it's also nothing that's being
Yeah.
hard pressed. So
Nah.
it's like
I honestly don't even know when it is. When it
It's
is
in
that day?
October. That's all I know. I don't know the day.
Oh, it is?
I think, well, maybe it's not. I don't know. I feel like it is. I feel like I remember it being in October, but who knows?
I also want to do the quick shout out on February 10th. Shout out to Vice, but they doing a little thing, Razor's Edge on my boy John Calipari and his whole journey on resurrecting Arkansas basketball. Y'all know we love college basketball up here. I love me some Coach Cal. I'm going to be tuning in. Make sure y'all tune in again February 10th on Vice, the Razor's Edge. I'm excited for that. I always wanted to talk to John Calipari. He's one of those people that I'm going to have to submit for Teed Up. Make sure y'all go tune in to Teed Up, too. We just dropped the Gordon Hayward episode 2 days ago. I saw KB give a shout-out on Small Ball. I appreciate it. Really good feedback. And, yeah, I love to see how it came out. I wish Christian was here to give him his flowers. Christian did a really good job. But, yeah,
Gordon
man.
He's a talker, too.
Who?
Gordon Hayward.
Just
Yeah,
give you
he was.
hits.
Yeah, he was.
There was a
seen you,
couple like ones I'm like, oh, that's a clip.
Mhm.
That'll do nice on TikTok.
I seen you tweet about getting James Harden on Teed Up. You know that'd be
That-
dope.
Yeah, they always be asking, like, who your dream guest? And it's
Yeah.
like, you know, you got instant people, but it's like, I think the best ones are the ones that I could go into. Like, the Gordon Hayward one was so good because I was really a fan, or I am really a fan, that when he answers certain questions, we just talked.
Yeah.
I try not to interview, but more so conversate. And I
Right.
feel like James Harden, because I'm such a fan,
You can
I
conversate.
can
with him.
conversate.
Yeah.
Because when I was sick, I was like, man, what I want to do, what I want to watch, damn. And I was just like, man, I'm going to watch James Harden, Arizona State, just to see my boy, young Harden. And then it ended up looping until like a 4-hour video of James Harden. He first got to the Rockets that first year, just showing all the games. And I'm like, the whole day that shit was on. I'm like, damn, how long is this video? I'm watching the first game against the Pistons. He's doing his thing. I'm taking Penny outside, feeding her, making something to eat, come back. James Harden, step back over. I'm damn, this shit's still good. So I was just on the James Harden thing, and I'm like, man, James Harden would be a guy that I feel like I can conversate with versus interview. Because I'm just fascinated with his game. And this could go into the show and just a little bit basketball talk, but I was talking to my dad yesterday, and I asked him, like, who did he think was generational players, and what did he think generational meant? He always got to take shit to the 10th moon because he just got to give Jordan flowers. He was trying to tell me, I'm telling him, like, he said Jordan. I said, cool. I'm like, yeah, obviously, I'll give you Jordan. Then I'm like, then he named Iverson, which is another guy he loved. I'm like, oh, cool, I'll give you Iverson. Then he go to Steph. I'm like,
this is
I'll
all
give you
his
Steph.
favorite players.
These all his guys. So then I say, you ain't named Shaq? He said, I seen Shaq. We seen Shaq.
Well.
Thank you. That's my reaction. He said, but you know, you got to remember, it's a guy, Will Chamberlain. I said, oh, that's cool, but that was so early. Like,
He's seen Will. No,
Yeah,
he
no,
Will Chamberlain.
exactly.
Nobody's seen him.
And he said,
He was born in 70,
he said,
71.
he
so
said, Shaq, who he win history with? I said, Kobe and Dwayne Wade. He said, okay. Did Kobe win after Shaq? I said, yeah. Did Wade win after? I said, yeah. He said, who was Michael's guy? I said, Scotty. Did Scotty win after? I said, Pops, I am not saying Shaq is better than Michael. I don't know how you got Michael back in this mix, but Shaq is this and that and the
never
third.
heard out that topic. It went from generational
Yes, to
you
Michael
gotta go here
Jordan.
against Michael Jordan.
Then I laid out all the Shaq. She says, oh man, yeah, when you put it together like that, son, you know, I'll give you Shaq. He. I'm like, bro, stop thinking this shit. And
yeah,
then
no,
he,
Shaq was definitely generational.
and then he said
Yeah.
LeBron. He said LeBron too.
Right,
He
okay.
said LeBron. But I had told him, I said, I said LeBron, Shaq, Kevin Durant, and then I told him, I said, I got one. I ain't say Giannis.
Oh, I was just thinking of him.
I ain't say nobody from this time besides Kevin Durant and Steph. But, I mean, I'm not here to say yes or no for Giannis. But I told him, I'm like, I got one for you that you probably not going to agree with, but I kind of don't know how I feel. But I kind of do feel, and I said James Harden. Because I'm like, off the top, you think about James Harden, it ain't the most obvious name, but, like, when you look at his years with the 30, 36, 34, the wins, the MVP, how he was doing it, I don't know if you're ever going to see shit like that again. They try to say Luka, but Luka ain't doing it how Harden was, man.
Luka's the closest thing for sure. Luka also doesn't have the luxury that, like, the Western Conference has always been great. I feel like it's more parity driven now than it was with James. Of course, you had the Warriors that were always at the top.
And he was keeping up with them.
Yeah, he was always there. But Luka, play style wise, is probably the closest thing you're gonna see. Give you 30, give you 12 assists, so on and so forth. But we still haven't seen like a super dominant Luka 60-win team yet, right?
Yeah. No, not 60 wins.
No.
And James
But I
is
mean, he
doing
did
that
go to
multiple
the
times.
finals, though.
He did get to the finals.
He
for
did.
sure.
He
for
did.
Sure.
Yes, he did.
For sure.
Yes,
That's
he
the one
did.
thing he got over James as the number one guy already.
Yes, he did. James Harden is just like, when you really just think about it, I know a lot of people ain't in love with that play style. I don't think I was at the time either or ever will be, like, because, you know, basketball, you want to see the ball
wasn't the best
moving.
basketball, but I feel like you'd have to be a fool to say like it wasn't impressive or just it just
Exactly.
wasn't
Yeah.
amazing basketball.
Playing
at the end of the day.
basketball and watching that, and you realize how hard it is, then I start to be like, man, this shit is actually, he's at the top of the key. They run the same, like, the guys in the same spot. Eric Gordon over here, PJ is in the corner.
You know what's happening.
You know what's happening.
You still
Yeah.
couldn't stop it.
He's going left.
It felt like
He's
it was,
going to Euro if you cut him off,
Yeah.
or if he don't even go, he's tween through the leg, step back. He's doing these same three things against the world class defenders in the NBA, and nobody can stop it for years.
And that didn't even mention the fact that he was getting to the line 10 plus times a game too.
Or the lobs.
Yeah.
The constant lobs.
For years.
I think that's why I was taken for granted is the foul stuff. Because even now, it's 2025 and people are still talking about the same
hate the
shit.
foul conversation.
It's just so
It don't
stupid
even
to
make
me.
sense.
He mastered
Because,
it.
like, what elite scorers don't get to the free throw
Only
line?
Steph Curry. Literally only
and that's
Steph
only
Curry.
because he shoots a bunch of threes.
Yeah.
I
So,
hate
like-
that conversation. And another thing, I talked to my dad a lot when I was sick. I was talking to him about Trae Young, and I'm like, one of the things I hate that people say about Trae Young, or even just small players, is the efficiency. Because it's like, if you play basketball, if you've played, or even if you haven't played, but just common sense, if you have somebody that's 5'10" in the NBA, you sound crazy if you think that they should be shooting 52% from the field. They're 5'10" and 5'11" with Lou Dort's guarding them, and they
he
have to
also-
shoot from
I was about to say
the
the difficulty
volleyball
of
lines.
Trae Young's shots are ridiculous because of he's shooting from the hash.
Yeah.
He's shooting from the logo pretty regularly.
all small guards that are efficient. They're probably not the number one option.
Other than Jalen Brunson, he's a small guard. He's just stocky as hell, so
he's
he uses
bigger
that
than Trae.
size.
Yeah.
And he's also one of those dudes that's just getting to the basket too. And he's shooting mid-range
Yeah,
jumpers.
he's smaller in height, but he got the stature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He plays
like-
bigger than a 6'1" guard.
For
Yeah.
sure. And I don't even know if 6'1" is real honest with you. I ain't gonna
Trae
lie.
Young,
The weight
Iverson.
add to the height.
Oh, okay. Wait.
I'm trying to think of.
That's why people be thinking
other
you
guys.
6 foot for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Fred VanVleet is another guy who, you know,
His efficiency numbers are never gonna be good.
it's never, because it's just
But
like,
bro, he's having a really good year, and people talking about them shots or whatever, like the threes in the last game. But
The last game was a little hard.
he has hit
but-
so many big shots for
what
them
game
this
was that?
season.
Because I hated the shot that they got at the end.
That was
Grizzlies.
against
Grizzlies.
the
The
Grizzlies.
Grizzlies. Yeah.
Yeah. The last 2 shots was Fred VanVleet basically heaves.
I've never been a fan of being down 1 and taking a 3. It
That was
just-
they didn't. That wasn't the game plan though. They threw
I
it to
know.
a man. He got cut off. He threw it to
Yeah.
Fred, and it just that's Fred's best shot.
We
Wish
saw
they would
Fred
have went
hit
to.
that exact shot against OKC. I don't know
Yes.
if y'all remember that game.
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
That was a
like,
big win. Yeah,
It goes in. And the team has
he
been
hit one
dominant
against the
all-
Spurs, I think,
all
too.
month. So
I gotta drop the mic.
Give it to Jalen
Oh.
Green though. Jalen Green should have got that ball right there.
Yeah, that's what I like about the Rockets, and what Fred is cool with is because if Jalen Green is really on his shit, usually he's just like, I'll be the
me
shooting
cook.
guard. I'll kind of chill to the side. Jalen Green do your thing, but if Jalen Green not on it, Fred is there to back it up. So.
Jalen Green I'm still waiting on him to take that leap.
Yeah. I mean, the play we've been waiting for. a
What you
while.
think that leap is?
No,
Consistency?
with the passing. He can score the
Oh,
basketball.
yeah.
And even though the passing has been better, again, I had a lot of downtime. And in that game, Jalen Green, he gave somebody the business. It might have been Brandon Clark, if I can remember. He effed him up on one of those plays. But when he got to the basket, they collapsed on him and he threw up a wild shot.
Yeah.
Fred was in the corner.
Was it like a fake reverse?
Yes.
Okay, I know exactly. what
Fred
play
was
you're
in the
talking
corner.
Yeah.
But his first, he killed whoever that was. And I rewinded like, man, if that shot was that wild, somebody had to be open. So I went back and I'm like, yeah, Fred was there. And so then I watched, they end up losing the game. So then it stuck in my mind. I'm like, man, because of that play, I wanted to see Jalen Green get the last shot because he was able to kill whoever that was.
Right.
But then I'm like, let me go look at his cleaning the glass just to look at some of like the pass and
You
stuff.
talking about Jalen
He's
Green,
dead
right?
last in the league.
That shit is all blue.
Yeah, he's
Really?
Yeah.
And so then I'm like, who do I think Jalen Green is similar to?
Mhm.
So then I go to like, I don't think that they are similar in like right now, but like mold and what he could be.
Mhm.
Because Zach LaVine is the most
It's
underrated player in the
100%
NBA.
Zach LaVine.
But it's Zach LaVine.
Yeah.
So then I go, it's like, let me look at Zach LaVine career, how he was as a passer. Zach LaVine worst year was his sophomore year.
Mm-hmm.
And this is off of usage, what your assist should be
Right.
because of your usage, all of these different things. Zach LaVine's worst year would be a career year for Jalen Green.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's actually
And
Yeah.
Zach
Wow.
LaVine is a guy that we used to say tunnel vision.
Yeah.
When he go, he go.
Yeah.
No,
He's
his
still-
shit would be career high. It would be
Yeah.
astronomical for Jalen Green. So Jalen Green, as great as he is as a scorer, because he's doing his shit.
Yeah.
And he's having good months. He's having good stretches. This is a really strong year for him. But I feel like that step, and I don't think it's far away. I think it can happen.
No.
So I
when
love
you
the
have
fact
the
that
ball
they-
that much, you have to put.
Yes.
You have to have that step.
And it's only going to help him. It's
Yeah.
only going to help him. But I
Overcame him
looked
so
at
much
that play,
more.
and that one play made me really go take a look. And
And-
I was just kind of like, damn, Jalen Green.
So
like,
here are the actual stats. So this thing that we're talking about for the people at home is your assist ratio to your usage ratio.
Mhm.
How often do you get assists
Mhm.
compared to how often you have the ball? Dead ass last in the league is Anthony Gill, who has 0.
He's
I don't know
barely
if Anthony
playing.
Gill, 100
with the
minutes.
Wizards. Yeah.
So that means he might have an assist in the entire season.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Jalen Green.
He's literally in, you know how they say, man, you're in a 97 percentile. He's
Yeah.
in the 0
0
percentile.
percentile.
That's
He's along with Nick Richards, Andre Drummond, Jordan Hawkins, Shaedon Sharp, which is actually surprising to me that Shaedon Sharp is here as well, and Terry Rozier. Those are the people in the 0th percentile.
So then you look at Zach LaVine's. Zach LaVine he's having another 96 percentile usage rate. But the assist to the usage is at 0.72, which is in the 53 percentile.
Mhm.
His worst year was the sophomore year with the Timberwolves, and I think it's only this bad because they classified him as a guard. They were playing him at point guard, and so it's a 29 percentile for his position. Zach LaVine is not a point guard.
Yeah.
Flip Saunders was trying to make him one, rightfully so. But if Zach LaVine could have been a point guard, he'd have been a damn good one.
I mean, I seen him, and I haven't really looked at the playmaking stats for Zach LaVine because I think you just really got to compare it to just him and himself instead of like comparing it to others around. But I look at Zach LaVine, he can make some passes. Like he can do it. Obviously, he can get into the tunnel vision. But I was okay with Zach's ability
yeah,
to play.
he's really good at a pocket pass to a big fella.
Yes.
He's really good at that. But he does have, specifically late in games, he still does turn on that tunnel vision. And as part of like my role, especially now that DeMar DeRozan is gone, my role is to score the ball late in the game.
Absolutely.
So because of that, I might have a bonehead play or two where like the best of the best know that my job is to score this ball. But damn, if I can get this wide open look for so and so in this corner,
I was
it
gonna
also
say, I
helps.
think there's as like a main ball handler, it's also to score, but it's also to create shots, not for just myself, but for other people.
I think that's why the smart ones, they do it early on in the game to
Yeah.
keep the defense on edge, to let you know that I'm willing to make this pass. The young ones, the developing ones, they don't do it at all. And so now it's like a team like Memphis feels comfortable collapsing on you because for 3 straight quarters, you didn't show that you're willing to make that pass. Well, shit, for the entire
Just
season,
say
you
that.
haven't shown, or your entire career, you haven't shown that you're willing to make that pass. But a guy like, I think that's what made James Harden so dangerous. Throughout the course of a game, I'm showing you that I'm willing to throw to PJ Tucker. Like I'll go this first half, really diming these guys up, lob,
Mhm.
kick. Even Devin Booker
Yeah.
Devin Booker, once he got to that certain point and they didn't have a point guard in Phoenix, he started to do it and show, okay, I'm willing to hit Mikal, Cam Johnson, these different guys.
LeBron's definitely like probably the best at it.
We're not putting him in this conversation.
I think as you get
Unfair. we go from Jalen Green, 0 percentile, to LeBron James, the greatest passer ever. We're just not doing it.
And even that, it turned into a negative thing for Bron at some point of his career to some people. He passed the ball too damn much.
He did. Not too much, but there were certain times where, again,
He made the right basketball play 100% of the time, it felt like.
which it was the wrong play, ironically.
When you are that good and that
Yeah,
dominant.
that's just my personal opinion. Like, that's why, again, efficiency goes out the window sometimes for me when you have a certain job and duty. Yeah, Kobe Bryant's tougher shot over two people was sometimes a better shot than Devin George in the corner.
Shout out Devin George,
I hate
though.
to say that. That sounds crazy, right? It sounds super crazy,
no, that
but
I
it's
think
the truth.
that's
Mike,
one of the
Mike, be
realest shit I
honest,
think.
Be honest.
That's one of the realest shits out there. Especially, I think over the course of the game, and your team is just not up to par. Like they're not playing the way. Sometimes that
Be honest.
that shot is better.
We at export.
Yeah.
Swing the ball.
You got the
motherfucker.
ball.
Swing it.
You got KB on the left side on the wing corner,
Okay.
and they gapping heavy. You got me at the left elbow post, and the dude is all over me. But you got no dribble. You got to pass it. Where that ball going?
Swing that bitch to the corner, Mike.
It's probably going to you.
No disrespect to KB. Well, disrespect to KB. The dude guarding me in my sweet spot heavily is still a better shot than KB gapped up three because that's not his strong shot. We rather me take a contested two in my sweet spot.
I'm not
than
about to
KB.
sit here and be treated like I'm fucking PJ Tucker.
You are.
Now, PJ Tucker hit that shot, actually. Hold on. Let me
Yeah.
get a better comparison.
Yeah, I was about to say, you like one of the best ever at that shot.
True. That's very
yeah,
true.
let me get a better
You like an Edmund Sumner to me. Oh, okay, well, Edmund Sumner's not in the league, so let me use somebody
He
that's in the
also
league.
kind of hooping for a little
Hey, no,
bit.
Edmund Sumner can definitely hoop because he can put the ball on the floor.
There's no NBA comp for a person that doesn't play basketball.
True.
No, I'm talking about when you do play basketball, the rare times. Who is KB like? He's like a
Alex Jacoby?
He's the NBA version of Pat Bev.
Not even, though.
No, that's lazy. That's
That's
so
lazy.
lazy. KB is like a
Well, which are we talking about? 17-year-old me? Because 17-year-old me, Pat Bev makes sense.
no.
'Cause I'll pick
the
a
reason I ain't
motherfucker
giving you Pat Bev because you ain't gonna do the extra. You ain't gonna body up
yeah.
Alonzo
Yeah,
and
no.
stand
Yeah.
over him. You have to have antics to be Patrick
I'm
Beverley.
too damn nice to do
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that. And I'm
that's true.
small. I'm going to get my ass beat.
Yeah.
But I in export days, like 17-year-old, KB, you 5'7", go guard that 6'3" guard right there. And that
You
was
got
like
it, though?
what I had to do.
Off the
Case and
off a
Wallace
bag
type
of
shit.
flaming
Davion
hot.
Mitchell.
Davion Mitchell.
Davion Mitchell.
Perfect. Davion Mitchell. Davion Mitchell. Perfect. Thank you, Darrick.
72 overall.
And you know
player.
who you are?
That's my
Every
prime.
time I watch this guy, I think of you, man.
Let's see. Current or like
Current. Well, not you current, but he's currently
No,
playing.
yeah, that's what I don't know.
Gershon
Oh,
Yabusele.
Yabusele?
Big booty, tight ass shorts.
He had a game last night.
He had 28 last night. I'm like, that is D Mills. That is Derek Miller right there, man.
Wish he could shoot like him.
That is Derek. Don't sleep on his jumper.
Yeah, Derrick
You
Jones.
remember the last time we was hooping and he was shooting that ball?
What?
And
No,
he ain't
We
make
talking
one
about the,
jump.
but we talking not all of us are bad right now.
I thought you were
we
at the
don't hoop.
United Center. He was knocking
Nah, I
down.
was talking about we went to export and he was shooting all them threes and hit
Well,
one.
that was just stupid on his part. That was just bad basketball. He acted like a guy that never played.
I think it's because remember that dude told him if you come back down that we gonna get on.
Just gonna foul the hell out of
Dude,
him.
Derek's so big, he busting dude ass in the post. He said, "Hey, you do that again, we gonna have problems." He Mills standing at
He not
3-point
gonna
line for the
be
rest of the game.
He not gonna be the Yabusele because he don't want to. He lazy.
Yabusele a workhorse. I'm not a workhorse.
He lazy. He's a lazy person.
Lazy but talented.
He lazy and he's a lazy thinker. If you missing perimeter shots, what you gonna do? You're gonna get a layup. Go get an easy one. He not gonna do that. He kept shooting. All he had to do was go get one layup, and he would have found his touch.
Hey, you don't even got to dribble. Just put your ass on somebody, catch the ball, and I'm
Lazy.
going right up.
Lazy. That takes.
Ain't that crazy how basketball is? That like your jump shot could be off, but you can get a few layups. and now your jumper starts to feel a little better. Like, that is
No.
crazy.
It's
how
something
that-
about the
That's
way
not-
he be looking sometimes.
Because he be holding back that little smirk.
I don't know why I'm smiling, honestly.
You happy.
It's good to
It's
smile.
good
I'm
to be
smiling,
here.
baby. We here.
It's only funny because you be trying to hide it. You do this little, your
just
top
let it
lip be
out.
at the moonwalk.
Mike the exact opposite. I saw him leave his car. He immediately, all 30 of them motherfuckers just right out there. And then he
I
hit
got
his
bored
little,
at 30 teeth.
I
Cloud.
think that's why he was so excited. He finally get to hit the thing before going into work.
And you can hear Mike smile.
The best thing about basketball is that it's a confidence game.
It is.
So when you make that
Those few
layup,
layups, they get your
it gets say,
confidence
okay,
going.
yeah, there I go. I got some points on the board. I'm involved.
Sometimes
now-
you just need to like get that recognition that I belong here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You got dropped the
Especially
mic.
for,
How
I
especially
do.
for a guy like
I
you.
do have dropped the mic.
Because you be doubting yourself. You don't be feeling like you belong. Person like me, I walk in the gym knowing I'm finna get picked up.
Same.
I used to feel like that when I was young.
You do. You're 6'4".
Yeah, I was gonna
you
say
get
people
picked
just
There's
up
no gym
regardless.
you're not.
I ain't gonna lie. One of the
last
last times at Export, they was like, "Nah, we not picking dude up," and they was talking about you. I forget the reason why. I think they was saying
His
they
ass
was
look-
saying something bad about
His ass
you,
look weak.
and they was like, "Nah, we ain't gonna pick dude up." But I think we needed one, so we ended up getting you.
His whole shit just be off. Remember that one time he pissed us off because we all went and we was ready. We looking for him. He told him to get on a bike.
Yeah,
Oh,
be there at 12. He walked in
He
12
warming up. What he doing when he warming up? P?
Shooting three, the dribbling.
He,
George,
remember we
shooting hook
we
shots.
seen him warming
Oh.
up with the sky hook.
Oh my god.
yeah, just doing nut shit. A shot he never finna
Sky
take.
hook, he sky hooking just
And then
randomly
get on the
around.
court missing all mid ranges and wondering why. Because you took all sky hooks. Kareem.
Y'all saw Devin Booker skyhook from like 3 nights ago?
Nah.
Pretty cool.
Did it go in?
Mm-hmm.
No shit.
Go ahead with drop the
Leave
mic
the
before I let off my foot off in his ass.
Today's drop the mic. What teams would you be disappointed in if they didn't make a move?
Every
all
one of
30.
them. Yeah,
All
every
30?
one of them.
My boy.
Somebody do something, please. All of y'all.
The Miami Heat, too.
The
Like,
Miami's
they would
probably
be
number one. They're probably
Just
number
because,
one.
like, you
What
did
do you
all
do?
this, you
Yeah.
suspended him indefinitely, and then all of a sudden the trade deadline coming, you just like, we just gonna sit on our chips. We just gonna keep them.
I really mean all 30. Like, do all 30 have to? No, but I feel like the way these conversations is, the way everything is kind of, it ain't close, but it feels like it's not written off. Like, I got my favorites and whatnot, but I feel like every team is a move away from being where they want to be or having a successful season.
The only team I'm thinking about the exact opposite of that, if they didn't make a move, I don't care. It's like the Celtics. Because
I
they
think,
really
yeah,
can't. It's like
Celtics,
Jaden Springer can get moved, but that's
Yeah.
like
I
kind
mean,
of it.
honestly, I would feel that way about the Mavs, too.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they kind of feel like Luka hasn't really been healthy this
I
year.
look at Maxi Kleber and be like, get the fuck off this team, bro.
Yeah.
It's $11 million just sitting there.
And I think it's expiring, right? Like you got to do
Yeah.
something with it.
No,
it's
no, he
either
got
1
3
or
years
2
on there.
year.
Oh my God.
3
I
years
told
left?
you, here's
Damn.
the contract that never
The
ends.
ma-
That never
I thought the
ends.
same thing about Dwight Powell, but then I saw that he got a restructure too. It's only $4 million this
Okay.
year instead of the 10 that it
So
was.
package
for the
that
last
up, that's
whatever.
$15 million.
Yeah, like I feel like you could do something there, especially with big homie Lively being out. Just go get one of the backup centers to hold it down while Lively's gone. One of the expiring centers.
You made a good point about the Celtics, though. But, like, I really think that that's the only team. The Knicks should make a move. The Cavs, if you can get Cam Johnson or a wing, go do it. The Thunder, shit. I was looking up a trade. I didn't know how much sense it made. But I'm like, man, what could the Thunder do to really go crazy? You know what I mean?
I
Like,
had some teams down. The Thunder was one just because you have so much. It's like we are on a road to try to win a championship. Let's try to just lock it in as best we can.
Yeah.
Like why not? With the
Cam
picks we have.
Johnson. I put on Teed Up I put like a bunch of trade targets that I liked, and I put Denny up there. And a lot of Blazer fans like, Denny ain't getting traded. He's been out, but it's like, I'm not saying he is. He's just a trade target. I feel like a guy like that is the type of guy that the Thunder could get. He's not available, but I guarantee if you call the Trailblazers and say, I got 2 first-round picks for you,
Well,
I
they
bet-
gave up 2, so you need to give back 3 at least.
You think that's how it works?
Nah, I'm just talking, but they did give up 2.
They did give up 2. But one of them was one that they didn't really give a damn about, which was what? It turned into Keyshawn
I
George.
thought it was Bub Carrington. That's Bub Carrington.
Bub Carrington. And then the other one, I'm sure got some protections on it that
Right.
may or may not convey. I'm just spitballing. It
Portland
may not.
Trailblazers, good basketball team.
They are. But
Still
if
want to see them make some big trades though.
if you can get, as a Blazer fan, and again, Blazer fans, stop getting sensitive. Nobody's saying Denny is getting traded. But it's a difference between being available, on the block, and untouchable.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of those on his name.
I don't think he's untouchable.
Right.
Untouchable is like the megastars.
Exactly. Nikola Topic, 2 first-round picks for Denny.
Oh, why wouldn't they take that?
I'm not saying that they would get all of that. I'm just
Yeah,
saying
I guess
though,
depending on which picks they are, because some of the 17 first-round picks that the OKC Thunder have are fake as hell.
Yep.
It's cool to say that they have 17 first-round picks. Some of them are just not real.
A lot of picks
And
that
it's
teams
something, yeah.
got are fake as hell, man.
For sure.
When you go into Fansball, you trying to make your trades, and you looking like it's a swap between this team and this team, and then that team could get it if it go here. It's like, oh hell no! But those be the picks that teams be taking.
Yeah. I mean, you
Teams
got to
take 'em.
take that slight chance that that pick might turn into your favor.
Yeah, I mean,
You're right.
yeah, you trade for a 76er pick. You don't think they're going to ever not make the
Right,
playoffs, and then
right. Or the
they not make the
Pelicans.
playoffs. Exactly.
Get well soon, Dejounte Murray.
Oh,
man.
this is one of the worst things that happened yesterday.
Yeah, that was sad. That was so sad.
Because I just got we were at the Disney on
yeah, it
Ice,
was on
and I got
Disney.
notification, non-contact injury. I'm like, nah, don't let it be.
I
And then I
seen
watched
it.
the video. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck. Darrick said it. I know he was trolling. Like, they got to move that organization, man. Some name.
Oh,
I
I
said it
was
was
serious.
something in the water.
Oh, okay. He said he was serious.
Yeah, man. Something is up. That shit ain't cool,
You
and
just
I don't
gotta-
like it.
You just gotta move. You just gotta refresh, restart.
Hey, you know what, KB?
Yep.
Muy bien.
I agree.
I seen they got to move
They
out to.
play for the wrong team, though.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
I'm sorry, we got some college basketball up
Yeah.
for the people at home. You know, hey, Mills Men's of the Week.
Yes, it's I think this guy's being slept on in MIP.
Get well soon too, Jalen Johnson. I don't think I was here when they announced that you was out for the remainder of the season.
For the MIP conversation, I think this guy being slept on probably because his team sucks. And it's Trey Murphy III.
Yes.
I don't think he's getting the love in the MIP conversation that he rightfully deserves. He's a dude that went from 14 points per game last year, and he's now giving you over 21 points a game. He's also increased his shot volume, but also giving you good efficiency at the same time. And these last few games, last night he had 40. I forgot what his stats were. Fuck,
Yeah,
my
no, he
bad.
almost single-handedly beat the Celtics last night. Tatum
Yeah.
with the game winner. Shout out to Tatum. But his
I thought
his
I had
40
that.
was
I thought I
insane.
had that tab already open. My bad.
I'm
But then the game
surprised.
before that, he had 32.
Yep.
No,
So
he
like,
been killing. He's a dog.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
I don't know if he getting slept on. I feel like he had the start to the season, which was kind of he was hurt.
He was
Yeah.
injured. Yep.
Then when he came back, it wasn't like this.
no.
Because I even remember saying, man, like I'm ready to see Trey Murphy kind of turn it up. He ain't really, but I guess he got to play himself back into shape. And then you got other guys like Norman Powell is kind of just dominating that conversation. You know how they feel about these first overall picks becoming all-stars that makes them award worthy. So even though I hate it, I think Cade is going to win it.
Just eliminate the award.
And then boom, no,
No, because we get a really good one every once in a while.
Okay.
When I was growing up, it was always a good one. Damn it,
You know who it should be? Like no
Bobby
no
Simmons was getting it and shit.
Shout out to Bob, and then he was out
Boris
of the league
Diaw.
3 years later.
Bobby Simmons was at the Bulls Nuggets game. We was there.
Oh, I
He
didn't
was
see
sitting
it.
at the bar eating.
Oh.
I feel like Norman Powell is the embodiment of what
Of what
most
the
improved
award should
players
be.
should be,
Yeah.
bro. He's jumped up 11 points per game, and his team is really,
And
really
he's
good.
40.
He's 30 plus. Like we just don't get, like I feel like that's exactly.
And
what it
he's
should
doing
be.
it on a legit playoff team too. Like,
I don't think winning.
big,
I don't think winning should have anything to do with that.
No, but I
award.
think it's more impressive that he's a big piece of why the Clippers have overachieved this
Yeah,
season.
it's just a little additive.
Yeah,
Basically
the
took
Clippers
Paul
are in a-
George's spot.
The Clippers are in a position
Did
right now
better.
because him and Zubac have really taken their game to another level.
Yeah. But instead, we're gonna give it to the first overall pick, and that ain't no shot at Cade. It's a shot at the voters.
So yeah, look at the award winners of this, man. Mahmoud won this in '92. Darryl Armstrong won it at 30 years
the
old
oldest one ever.
with the Magic. Jalen Rose won it at 27 with the Pacers. Tracy McGrady, that jump he made from the Raptors to the
Yeah, that
to
was
the-
kinda insane.
Man,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the best one. He won it. Jermaine O'Neal won it,
Right.
who was the guy with the Blazers that was a young kid that went to the Pacers, became the face of their team. Arenas, second round pick that exploded into the face of the Wizards.
I
with
think if
Golden
I'm not
State.
mistaken, he's one of the few people that won it in their second year.
Yes. Zach Randolph, again, another like Jermaine O'Neal. These are all guys that were like cool. Bobby Simmons, Boris Diaw, Monte Ellis, Hito Turkoglu, Danny Granger, Aaron Brooks, Kevin Love,
Aaron Brooks is a good one.
Paul George,
Yep.
Mhm. That was I remember that MIP season too.
Goran Dragic, Jimmy Butler, CJ McCollum, Giannis, Victor, Pascal. We had a run
Yeah,
where
that's no misses there.
Oladipo was a great one, bro.
Yeah.
then Ingram won it.
That
like-
feels fine as well,
yeah.
even though he was a top pick. But
Julius
switching
Randle.
teams-
Yeah, because he had a slow
Julius
start.
Randle.
Julius Randle was
Julius
phenomenal.
Randle makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yep.
Then this is where it goes wrong.
John Morant.
Ja Morant.
John Morant is what kills it.
Larry Marketing won with
That
Utah.
was a good
That's
one.
a
That was a
good
really
one.
good
And
one.
Tyrese Maxey won. Tyrese Maxey.
Maxey is like
Because he was already averaging
so
25.
good. Yeah, he was already so good.
Yeah. He wasn't a top pick though.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
wasn't.
So
But it's just kind of weird to give it to him. He averaged like 24, 25.
it
Then the
actually
next
ain't been
year-
bad.
Yeah.
Reading those names, I guess the conversations make it feel worse than what it has been.
Yeah, maybe it's just all the times where it's like the candidate for this is
Because they
Cade
were saying,
Cunningham.
man, Anthony
or-
Edwards was was
Yeah.
like
Right,
everybody's
yeah.
pick.
Yeah.
He didn't win it, but just him being on people's radar was kind of like, what?
Even Wemby before the season
Oh,
started.
yeah,
Wemby
like,
was
come
already
on,
there.
bro.
Like, come on, bro. He's a first overall pick, generational talent, bro. Cut it the fuck out.
And I love all those guys. I just grew up with the award being a big jump from a player that was not anticipated to be what they were, or if they were anticipated and they got off to a horrendous start to their career, they get back. Like Brandon Ingram was the second pick, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
After Ben Simmons. He struggled those first couple years in LA, and then he became Ingram. And it was like, oh, shit, okay. That's always the good story. Julius Randle versus like, Ja, here go Ja.
Ja didn't even want that MIP trophy.
Right, he
He's trying to
gave
give
it
it to
away.
Desmond
Literally
Bane.
gave it away.
Nah, 12. Nah, 12. This is yours, 12. I
Maybe
love
Ja
that
can win it
today.
again next year,
Right.
based on how he playing right now.
You think Bane still got
Joel
the
Embiid got it next
trophy
year. What
sitting
you
in his
mean?
house?
No.
Joel Embiid got it next year. Now, Joel Embiid's stats don't look too bad.
Let's talk about this All-Star stuff, man.
For sure.
Let's talk about this All-Star stuff.
So we did get our reserves announced Thursday night. And you know the way it is. You only get a certain amount of spots. And the reality is everybody that deserves to make it will not make it. The league
Facts.
is too damn talented. But here are all the people selected. So you already knew the stars in the Western Conference. Again, it's not East versus West, but I'm going to read it that way. We got Bron, we got KD, we got Yoke, we got Shea, we got Steph. The reserves for the first time All-Stars, we got Victor Wembanyama, Alperen Sengun, and Jalen Williams. It feels weird to say his full name. Then we have Anthony Edwards third time, Jaren Jackson Jr. second time, Anthony Davis 10th time, James Harden 11th time. That's the Western Conference. Our East starters was Giannis, Jason Tatum, Karl Anthony Towns, Donovan Mitchell, and Jalen Brunson. First time as out East was Tyler Hero, Kay Cunningham. Then you got a second timer, Darius Garland, third timer, Pascal Siakam, a fourth timer, Jaylen Brown, and then a ninth timer, Damian Lillard.
I like this.
I was
list.
really happy
I-
with these All-Star.
Oh, and Evan Mobley. Sorry, Evan Mobley.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Somehow
you did not
overlooked
say
you.
Evan Mobley.
My
and
fault,
that-
Emo.
That's his
First.
first.
First time, yep.
So shout out to
well
Emo.
deserved.
Yeah.
I was happy with this list. I was someone who all season was saying the Cavs they were probably gonna get 3 All-Stars, and I thought it was rightfully deserved. With the season that they having, and all those dudes are having like really like career years, except for Donovan Mitchell.
Darius
This
Garland
is-
having a career year?
It feels like it.
He's been an All-Star before. I gotta believe that first time All-Star was a career year versus this one.
Let me look.
It might be close.
You want to put some bread on it?
No,
I
It
think
ain't
I
have
know
to
Evan
be-
Mobley is.
It ain't
though.
have to be.
maybe it was the
ain't have-
moments. It feels like they had a little bit
it ain't
more
have to be
moments
big
this
bread.
year.
We could just do like a.
I mean, they had a big win streak.
Mhm.
He said 2 game winners or game deciding shots. His advanced analytics are crazy as well as far as how important he is to the team's success. I didn't have any gripes with the Eastern Conference. It does suck that some of the guys didn't make it, but again, somebody has to not make it.
Yeah, I can't lie. I got gripes. Now I'm not gonna use the word snub because I'm a big believer in what you said to start off the list. I just think that there's not enough spots. We have about 35 All-Star level players, only 24 spots. It's gonna be guys that ain't gonna make it. That's just what it comes down to. I guess for me, it's just like
There was in my chat saying that we should add more spots, and I'm just
No,
like, no,
hell
No,
no.
it's fine.
Hell
no, it's
No, no,
fine
no,
exactly how it is.
these are millionaires. They can live with.
I was gonna say the reason you're thinking about opening up the spots, so I guess a couple fans and the athletes ain't mad that they didn't make the All Star.
no.
Like
No,
it's
it
still
makes-
gonna be people that's left out and probably still
It makes
mad
it
at
feel
the fact.
more prestigious if you do make that elite
100%.
club.
I have no argument against a player. I'll start by saying that. But I do think there is something weird with the Trae Young stuff. I must say, I just do. I'm not gonna lie. It's very weird and strange to me. 1 minute we talk about winning. The next minute I've seen guys make it easily without winning. I'll let you know right now. There's a bunch of players on that list that will make it whether they win it or not. And that's okay. I don't think Trae Young is LeBron James. But, like, I just hate the conversation of it flip-flopping.
Yeah.
This is an individual accolade. Being an all-star, it is what it is. When you come down to two people and then they're in a similar situation, I can see kind of comparing. But some of these other guards that are in comparable situations, I just don't think that it's the same. You know what I mean? So that's my whole thing. And even out west, like, there's just not too many guys, in my opinion. And again, I have no argument for anybody that made it. I've never looked at an all-star list and honestly said, this ain't no all-star. He don't deserve to make it. I don't have it in me to say Darius Garland don't deserve to be an all-star. That would be a lie. I would be lying if I said that because he deserves to be an all-star. And the same with whoever is out west. J-Dub deserves to be an all-star. But Domantas Sabonis numbers, man.
That is the one.
Yeah.
Anybody else putting up
entire
those
thing.
numbers, we like that's crazy to me.
He's put up 20, 14, and
21,
7
14, and 7.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I think
not be an all-star.
it's one of the first times where I was like, wow, when the name was not announced.
Yeah. It's kind of. I don't see how you could look at those stats and see how he's playing the season.
Because he's second in three-point percentage this year, so he's added that to his bag. You think about how important he is to the team's success. Now, granted, they're one game above 500, but like, I didn't understand
It
it.
ain't like the Spurs killing it up. The Spurs are at the top of the Western Conference.
But I think there's still levels to it, though. When you think about Wemby versus Sabonis, sometimes when you are that good, you get the nod, right? And I think that Wemby is that good that his team record being 3 games under, and I guess these were submitted last week, so I don't know what the records were when they were officially submitted.
Then that's even better for the Kings because they was even thriving.
They was on a little streak there, but maybe still under 500 during that streak or getting up to 500. But that was the one time, and then people, at least on Twitter, was like, okay, here's Sabonis' numbers, and here's Alperen Şengün's numbers. And obviously Sabonis' numbers are significantly better than Şengün's. But, like, at some point, I do believe that because you got to remember who's voting for these. These are not the fans. It's not the media. These are coaches. And at the end of the day, what do coaches want to do? They want to win ball games.
Yeah.
So they look at the team that is the number 2 team in the Western Conference, surprising number 2, and say, hey, they deserve to have one. And I can't be mad at that, even though I believe Sabonis probably deserves it over Alpi.
Yeah. No, I think definitely from an individual standpoint, Sabonis he's the better player and he deserves it over Şengün. But when you do look at the standings, it would be weird to see the 2 seed
With
who was
0
32
All-Stars?
and 15.
Yeah.
That's why I felt
have
like
no All-Stars.
James Harden also got that nod in there because the Clippers are so damn good.
Yeah.
They deserved an All-Star.
The
And it was
Clippers'
like,
whole storyline, they deserved an All-Star. Like they literally went from a team that didn't have their best player to where they now have this very good defensive mentality.
The Pacers got Pascal.
And that's mostly, no disrespect to Pascal, he's been phenomenal.
Yeah.
But part of that is front court out east is trash.
It sucks.
Like even
Especially
when we
with
did
no
our
Joel
episode,
Embiid. There's no Joel.
no
so it hurts.
Joel, no Paolo Banchero. Like we can go on and on of like
No
players,
Franz.
no Franz. So like, again, no disrespect to Pascal, he's been phenomenal. But like him, and even like Jalen Brown in a way,
Yeah.
felt like we need some front court players, bro. We need some front court players.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You want to trust the coaches, but again, that's why I think it become a little bit of politics. And coaches are humans; they have relationships with people too. So I don't know, but
Do y'all feel it's that way towards LaMelo?
no, LaMelo to me is a guy I rooted for, so I was
Yeah.
disappointed to not see him make it. But it was also a part of me that was prepared to not see him.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be a world where there was no LaMelo, no Trae Young, no Kyrie, and no Sabonis.
Yeah. I think Kyrie and Sabonis, those are tough. But I do understand it in a way.
Why is it not tough for Trae Young?
Out east, I just think those guards are just better.
You think Darius Garland is better than Trae Young?
This year, yeah.
Well, what is he doing that's better?
I just think he's doing a better job. I know he's being the number 2 to Donovan, but I think that is translated to a lot of wins. And even when Donovan Mitchell is out of the lineup, Darius Garland takes his game to another level.
This is where the conversation gets dangerous because you think about supporting cast versus
Do you
supporting
think
cast.
if they flip roles, the Cavs are a worse team?
Probably, yeah.
I'm gonna see you some Trae Young.
I think they will be a good team, but I think Darius Garland, what he does.
So you think he's better than Trae Young?
Especially on the other side of the ball, yeah.
I think Trae Young will be A-okay with Evan Mobley and Jared Allen behind him personally. And I damn sure don't think the Hawks are better if it's Darius Garland there and just him with Who the fuck is their starting lineup? Remind me.
It would be
Darius Garland, Dyson Daniels.
Jalen Johnson.
No, he's hurt.
Oh yeah, you talking about for the
Jalen.
season.
Jalen. Oh well, yeah, you just said Jalen.
Oh no, is it
Fucking Muhammad Gay.
Muhammad Gay.
Yeah.
And Clint
National
Capella.
TV Muhammad Gay minutes. That's
Hey.
crazy.
Hey,
A couple
he be
nights ago.
dunking the hell.
Mo Gay.
Love Darius Garland. Took up for him on Through the Wire when KB was saying that they were saying he was the worst player in the NBA.
He kicking it out to Vit Krejci.
But I'm telling you right now, the Hawks are not where they are, even in a struggling year, if those two got traded.
Well,
for
yeah,
each
but
other.
that's the dangerous part about it all. Like which I agree with you 100%. But the coaches are not thinking about hypotheticals in that situation.
Yeah.
At the end of the
I
day,
don't know what they're thinking about.
I think they're thinking
That's a
about. I think
fact.
they're thinking about winning
know
and
what they're
impact on
thinking
winning.
about.
And I think
Yeah.
that's why
They
Darius Garland
can't
got the
be
nut.
thinking about that.
How? I think that's the only way. This team is the most
Because
dominant team.
everybody that's on the team isn't winning.
LaMelo Ball doesn't make the team because his team is 12-33.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody else that is here is a
KB.
500 player or a slightly above 500 player.
KB, let's keep it a buck.
Uh huh.
Let's keep it a buck. The Houston Rockets,
Mm-hmm.
right? They are the second seed.
Mm.
They got one All-Star.
Yep.
But just when you look at if winning is at the top shit, there are a lot of teams that got one All-Star, and there are some teams below them that got two.
No, it's not the only thing. Well, the starters are the starters, right? It's not the only thing. I think winning
But
is the
even-
number one priority on the
But
list.
let's take the starters off. Let's
Uh-huh.
just be honest.
For sure.
If Steph Curry wasn't a starter, if
Mhm.
Luka was healthy and he took that spot, Steph Curry is making his team regardless of what the Warriors are.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
because he's that impactful of a player.
Yeah, no, because he's Steph Curry. They're not going to not pick Steph Curry.
Yeah.
But
I remember.
yes, and also he is still that impactful of a player.
But you're saying that it would be impacted in winning if they're what 24 and 24 or some shit
No,
like that.
it's,
Yeah, they're
it's just
500.
some
500.
players that are gonna get in regardless.
Right, that's
I
my
remember
point,
Kobe
because-
had a year where he wasn't doing shit.
Exactly, and I'm
He
not,
was
I'm
bro.
not,
They
I'm
had
not
the
saying,
votes to be a starter. In
I'm
them,
not
bro.
saying that that's wrong.
Right.
Because
no.
I would
I'm
pick Steph
with
Curry
you.
too.
It's just how it is sometimes.
It's just how it is. But we
It's
need
just
to
how it
acknowledge
is.
that and say that.
Yeah.
Because this whole thing of like, oh man, they winning, that's not what it is.
I think
It's
that's
just-
it's not only what it is, but I think it is the number one priority. That's why Sabonis don't make it and Şengün does. We can all agree Sabonis is having a better season, but the coaches prioritize the 2 seed versus the 10th seed.
Yeah.
Oh, in that stance, yeah.
And I
because
think it's the same
they're-
thing for Trae Young
they're
and
right
versus
there.
Darius Garland.
But
I
see,
think it's the same thing for Darius Garland and LaMelo Ball.
But to me, that makes it the whole different conversation. That's a lazy standpoint there.
Mm-hmm.
Because when if we're doing that, we cannot be upset now when these guys want to leave their team any chance they can get to go team
Well,
up.
I don't think the coaches give a fuck about something like that. Remember,
They
that's
should
who's
because
voting.
that's
not media, it's not
they're going to have to
players.
deal with that, so they should. If they not giving a fuck about it, again, I'm not here to say what coaches are thinking about or not, but I'm just saying in a league where whenever anybody talk, they don't like that shit. Whenever there's a mic in front of coaches and players and ex-players, man, they don't like teaming up. We don't want super team. Cool. But we have to remember that because now if you're Trae Young and you ain't going to be able to get into an All-Star game because the Hawks front office are not going to be able to put a proper team around you like they once were able to do, you got to start doing what De'Aaron Fox doing, buddy. You need to go. De'Aaron Fox, go to San Antonio, be at the top of the standings. You're going to be in an All-Star game. Trae Young, you need to find your ass a way to get to the motherfucking, let me see, go play with the Rockets. Go get to the Lakers. The Lakers will get you 3 All-Stars just because it's the Lakers. LaMelo, leave, brother. Leave. Go team up with Jason Tatum. Go to the Celtics, damn it.
How the fuck are they doing
Just go over there.
Just go there.
Just go.
Just knock on the door.
Go.
He got
That's the
minimum
only way y'all
contract.
gonna
He an
survive.
all-star, though. He gonna
If
get the
this
bonus
is
from
how
the
these coaches
all-stars.
are, this is the only way y'all. That's the message that's being sent, in my opinion.
But it's always been that way, though. Trae Young has not been an All-Star multiple years because the team's success. Like, this is not anything new, right? Trae Young has been snubbed 6 times.
I can't remember all the rosters, but I guarantee you, if we go to
The one time Trae Young made it, or has he made it 2 times? How many times?
Yeah, I think he did.
I know for
2
sure
times.
one of those
Remember
times
the one time I think
he
it was
was a
2022.
replacement.
He was a replacement.
He
Yeah,
was
in
a
2022.
And I feel like even Scotty Barnes from last season, right?
He actually made it 3 times.
3 times. When you think about replacement players, usually though that is when the non-winning or the players that are putting up ridiculous. Like if who is there anybody in Eastern Conference that's injured right now that made it?
Nah.
I know Anthony Davis is
think
injured, so
so.
there's a conversation about Sabonis making it for Anthony Davis. But hypothetically, if
As I'm looking,
we saw Darius Garland tweak his ankle, not the serious, but he won't play in the actual game.
Yeah.
That is when Trae Young will get his nod. That's how Scotty Barnes got it last season, or some of these other players. But when it comes to the official guy, I just feel like the coaches prioritize number one on their list.
I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing that. Cool, they can. I'm just saying, to me, that's the wrong. That's not always the right thing. To me. So fans want the fans in the basketball world want the best players that are having the best seasons on the floor.
It also just seems like an easy way out. Like if I'm comparing these players and I want to see like who I want to put in my vote, it's really easy to look at the standings and be like, this is a top team versus a bottom team.
Because let people tell it, people didn't like when the Hawks had the 4 All-Stars. That was weak.
That might have been the weakest All-Star.
That was weak as hell.
When they had Kyle Korver as an All-Star.
Right, that was weak. When people going to talk about it, that was weak.
That number one seed shit was overrated for 4 All-Stars.
Who was missing that season? I feel like there was 2 players that were missing.
That was so long ago, I don't know, but that was weak.
Yeah,
missing or not, Kyle Korver ain't fucking with some of them guys. I'm just being real. Kyle, I love you, but come on, man. Come on, man.
No, his resume looks amazing. Shout out to Kyle Korver.
Nobody said it didn't. He's not.
That's why LeBron was throwing him that ball regardless.
For
when
sure.
When
one of the greatest
counted.
shooters of all time. Good call. Good play, Bron.
But that's all I'm saying. Again, I'm never going to come on a platform as big as this and say that this guy, that guy ain't deserving to be All-Star. That's stupid. I'm not biased to anybody. I'm fans of all these guys. When they called J-Dub, it surprised the hell out of me, but I was extremely happy. I love his game. Sengun. I've been up here preaching Sengun for years. That's my dog. Darius Garland. Electrifying out of the pick and roll. He's surgical in that shit. But the facts is the facts to me. But I'm not going to sit up here and act like that's the thing I hate. I'm never going to say, Darius Garland don't deserve to be it. Man, hell no. All the work these dudes put in, they all deserve to be All-Stars, but I'm going to still keep it a buck. Depending on I don't know how the coach is thinking. I would love to talk to a coach, one of them, and know. But some of this shit just don't. It feel weird. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Again, anybody else putting up those Sabonis numbers that don't make it, it would be insane, man. Y'all lucky he played for Sacramento. Y'all lucky.
The people that missed was Dwayne Wade, and that was the only person that missed from out east.
Okay.
And he was replaced by Kyle Korver. We had Kobe, Anthony Davis, and Blake Griffin missed, but that was out west.
Yeah.
So they really had 3 and then a replacement, and the replacement was Kyle Korver.
Imagine a season where Blake Griffin is giving you 21, 14, and 7. He ain't making. That would have been insane.
Sabonis got bad PR, unfortunately. And he did a whole TV show to try to raise his PR, and that shit didn't matter. Yeah, because I would assume that when you're an opposing coach going against the Sacramento Kings, the number one name on your scouting list is like Sabonis. Of course, De'Aaron Fox is amazing, but Sabonis is the engine to that team.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you can look at that and be like, nah, he just gave my team 20, 20, and 7. Nah, I'm not putting him in this game.
Remember when people was complaining of the years Draymond used to make with the 6-7 point shit.
Mm-hmm.
I remember those times.
Draymond's is different, though.
Absolutely.
Draymond is so impactful that
he is.
You can't look at his stats and say he didn't deserve it.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I remember the conversations about it because Draymond ain't a one-time All-Star.
No.
He did have that one season. He averaged 11.7 and shot 42% from 3. That was his best year ever.
That boy, 42%, huh?
That boy was hooping his ass off
with the backpack jump.
I'm gonna just say what it is, man. I ain't never gonna be afraid to tell her how it is and what I be saying, man. I ain't gonna sugarcoat shit. I'm gonna let you know what the people are saying and how people feeling. I ain't gonna come up here and tiptoe. Some of that shit questionable. Some of that shit need to be talked about.
Yeah.
I want to say shout out to Dwayne Wade. Happy he's doing okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, he told a story on his podcast about at the end of 2023, he went in for some normal work. He said that this is his words. So his stream wasn't as strong as before, so he went in and got some imaging and found out that he had a cyst on his kidney. Didn't know, they couldn't tell if it was cancerous or nothing. He had to make the decision, should he go in and have the surgery? He did have the surgery. It turned out to be cancerous, and now we are sitting, a year and some change away, and he seems to be doing okay.
Mm-hmm.
Some scary shit for one of our all-time greats. So happy that he's doing okay and felt candid enough to tell that true story on his pod.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I mean, cancer ain't no joke, man. Fuck cancer.
No,
For real, though.
That's scary to see, man. I'm just happy he's doing good and he's doing well.
Facts.
And that he was able to bounce back. And that he's vulnerable enough to talk about it.
Yeah. Next thing we got Did y'all see these Zion Williamson comments? I know we kind of talked about the Pelicans a little bit earlier.
Him talking about how he would play for the Pelicans.
Let me make this clear to everybody out there.
Hey,
If I could play him back-to-backs, I would. Physically, yes, I can. But I work for the Pelicans. And they have decided that based on the numbers, it's not smart to do that right now.
It's just.
I honestly,
It's not.
his body language. He was actually annoyed.
Mhm.
He was
Because people keep asking him about it.
Yeah,
The question that they asked him is like, isn't it cool to have a 7-game stretch with 0 back-to-backs so you can play 7 straight games? And he was like, hold on. I just want to get this clear. And I wonder, like, so there was a little piece about the Lakers analytic guys. Y'all see that? It was like a 15-minute video about, like, the Lakers have this analytics team, and it was walking through, like, them going through, like, hey, when so-and-so is in this corner and Brian got the ball on this elbow, this is the play that makes sense. Cool. What numbers are they seeing that says, Z, back-to-backs are just not for you? Like, what are we missing as normal NBA fans?
Him getting hurt?
I mean, yeah, I think that's what it is,
That's
but, like,
right.
what numbers can show that?
I
Because you
guess-
remember there was a time where Adam Silver told the world that, like, they wanted to eliminate some back-to-backs because they understand that it increases your risk for injury. And then Kawhi, and then you see the Joel Embiid, and then now some stars are sitting out back-to-backs, and they're like, no, actually, back-to-backs don't hurt your chance. Actually, it makes it that you're healthier. So what is the science? Who has the right science?
Well,
I don't know.
I guess maybe the Pelicans are looking at it like when you do play back-to-backs, you then get hurt.
But also, when
I
have
think
we
it's just
seen
wear and
Z
tear
play
on your-
back-to-back?
Yeah. For me, back-to-back always been just like, it's more wear and tear on your body. You don't give your body the proper time to recover. Usually after these games, like you're right on a flight or you're, heading to the hotel and you don't really have that much time. I guess you sleep on a plane, but you're right back at it the same exact night. So I think that's a lot of wear and tear in your body. And at that point, it is called like, that is the recipe to re-injure something.
Yeah, but also in his
He also didn't play last night, which was not a back-to-back. He was sick.
in the defense for the Pelicans though, it also
I don't know.
it makes sense for me not to play you when I'm 12 and 37.
That's what I was going to think.
There's no reason for me to play you being that bad. What do I gain from it? If we were
a routine, I guess would be the best answer.
I think they're probably thinking worst case scenario is he gets hurt. He gets
Well,
hurt and it's
everybody getting
another
hurt, right?
setback again.
That's my main thing, Mike.
Yeah.
That's what I took from it from the Pelicans. Like, I agree. I want to see Zion play basketball, but I can't blame them. The same way I wouldn't be able to blame the Clippers or the Philadelphia 76ers with any mindset that they have. Well, and I'm not saying they're doing the same thing, but if they were, all of these guys that we're talking about, they have to be cautious.
Mm-hmm.
They now, when he was hurt, they was talking about they would potentially trade him. So yeah,
Protect the asset.
wrap his ass in bubble wrap and make sure he cool on his off days. Like, because again, like they're 12 wins. You said? Yeah, we're not. What are we playing you in back-to-back 40 minutes a night for? No, we can't trust it. We saw you play. We've tried to do everything. We've tried to low manage. Last year we let you play. You played the 70 games, and then we got to the part we needed you the most. You wasn't available then. Like, we don't know what the hell to do.
Yeah.
We try to get your diet right, yada, yada, yada. We don't know what to do. So from that perspective, I understand some of his frustrations, but also, again, it's like, can you blame them, Zion?
He looks good this season.
He does.
Too, though, so
He
that's
look
the fun
real
part.
good.
When he does hoop, it is fun to watch. Even if it ain't. I think we mentioned this on last episode. That second jump ain't as elite as it used to be. He still can get out there and give you 30.
I want to see him play every night, but again, as I'm not the owner, I'm not the GM, my job ain't on the line. I haven't had to deal with him constantly being hurt. So when that's your reality, I can understand some of the hesitancy and trying to be as cautious as you potentially can be, because they've given us times when they wasn't as cautious, and even a Joel Embiid stat, like played in 400 games and missed 400 games. It's like, yeah, how do you maneuver with that? That's your best player. Like that. Thank goodness I don't have that job, because I wouldn't know what the hell to do. Do we low manage him? Do we not?
I would Bob Myers it.
Do we play him? Do we
leave.
not?
Just fucking leave. I get another opportunity somewhere, hopefully. I don't want that type of fire. Too much responsibility. Because you do, of course, want to protect the asset. Even if Zion is not the player for your future, you don't want to get him hurt, and now you can't make a trade or anything like that.
I got so much respect for Bob Myers for just stepping away.
Saying deuces.
Just
But
saying
see,
deuces.
the thing about Bob Myers is he already won 4.
Yeah.
That you could see was coming. They ain't did shit. These other guys ain't did nothing. They trying to get their shit popping.
Y'all want to get into some trade deadline stuff?
Let's do it.
Trade deadline is Thursday. We've had 2 trades in the NBA. I'm sorry, 3 trades in the NBA. One of them literally had no players.
Yeah,
so
those draft picks.
Just draft picks.
Which was my favorite trade.
I'm
Such
surprised
a
like a
creative
team like the
trade.
Lakers haven't done that.
What, flipping an old pick for?
Yeah,
That's because
Like
they
they-
pick is so valuable. They would need like 6 picks.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's Suns pick.
2031. That pick is so valuable. You got to give me like 3 picks because like we already talked about some of them picks be fake.
yeah.
I think that Suns pick might be more valuable. We think about like 'cause the Lakers
Yeah.
always feel
The
like
Lakers,
they find
they're
a
gonna
way.
try to
Yeah.
find a star. They're gonna sign
Yeah.
a star. Something like Phoenix probably gonna have a tougher time.
For sure.
Best case scenario, Devin Booker is still there, but the rest of the guys
Yeah.
aren't. I don't know what that is for the Lakers. I mean, Anthony Davis might be
Yeah.
there.
But if you still
Like-
got, no, 2031, if Anthony Davis is still there, it ain't Anthony Davis.
Well, they didn't found. True. They didn't trade it for LaMelo and Lonzo by this
I
point.
also think, for me, I personally just think that the Lakers don't have the same appeal that they had to like my generation, which is the players that are in there now.
Because you can market yourself in the smallest market in the world now.
Yeah, and there's no Kobe.
I'm just gonna start a podcast. I'm
That's
gonna
one thing
I'm gonna
for
do a
sure.
brand deal.
I grew up, Kobe was there the same way Devin Booker saw and Kyrie saw. These are the other guys. They fans of everywhere now. The basketball is like global. The Lakers used to just dominate the TV. Now it ain't the case.
now they still dominate the
They
TV
do
though.
dominate the TV.
No, for sure. But it was all that we had.
It was positive
Now it's
domination.
like,
now it's like
you can watch a Thunder game.
Yeah,
You
It's-
can watch the Magic. There's Magic fans.
you gotta think about the implication of playing for the Lakers too. If I go 1-7 one night, I'm getting fucking death threats on Twitter. People have AI generated me to be a general from some random country because
Oh,
that's where they
yeah.
want me to play next game.
Oh, they got me in the McDonald's outfit. 'Cause they,
Yeah. Now, if I do that in a small market, the likelihood of me getting AI generated somewhere else is pretty damn low.
bro,
I think it's
so
worse
cra-
in the small market
Hey, it's so crazy because
because you might actually see them. LA so big, man. I ain't never finna see y'all. Small market, we all go to this Walgreens, Giannis. It's only 2 Walgreens, so you got to get some prescription for your son who got a runny nose. We all going to the same one, brother.
So we decided we want to do a fake trade deadline to give y'all some trades because the NBA don't want to do it. There's a report that
I just looked too. When Trae Young made it in 2020, the Hawks sucked.
was he a injury replacement?
No.
Interesting.
Let's have that going. Let's just get the best players.
Also, there's no
man.
Cade Cunningham that year though. So
I'm so happy Cade Cunningham made it.
I
shout
am
out to
too.
Cade, man. Shout out to Cade.
Yeah, what's y'all trades looking like, man?
There's a report that one of the reasons why the trade deadline has not started in a way is because everybody's waiting this to be a part of the Jimmy Butler
we
trade.
got a trade.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
The Los Angeles Clippers are trading P.J. Tucker, Mo Bamba, a future second-round pick, and cash to the Utah Jazz for Drew Eubanks and Patty
oh my
Mills.
god, that's funny as fuck.
Oh, Mike damn near got this trade,
Let me
bro.
see.
That was.
Let me see.
Now he
It was
also
PG.
added Colin Sexton in it.
I did for
because he
that
put
first round
Terrence
pick.
Mann.
Wow. So, yeah,
Let's go.
Mike got P.J. Tucker, Terrence Mann, and you tripping. They was not giving up a 2031 pick for
It was so
Sexton
hard for me
and
to do first round picks
So-
right now.
So I'm gonna pull up this trade I had because it wasn't as close. I didn't have.
I just feel like they're gonna have to move PJ Tucker contract.
I didn't have
bro. It's
Eubanks
just
in it.
chilling
Have
there,
to,
bro.
right?
They have to do something with it.
I had a PJ Tucker trade too.
I'm just surprised it went to the Jazz too. For Drew Eubanks seems like he could be a Clipper, bro.
yeah, he gonna actually play minutes for them.
for
backup
real.
center
They need a
minutes.
backup center.
I like it.
The trade I have for them while we're here, because we know this trade cannot happen, is PJ Tucker, Terrence Mann as well, 2 seconds for the expiring contract of Clint Capella. Now Clint Capella's a full-time
I had some
backup.
trades that I have that are like reunion trades. Clint Capella back with James
James
Harden would have
Harden?
been nice.
Yeah.
I'm
bro.
telling you, bro.
On some real stuff would have been nice. And I honestly, at this point, should be perfectly fine coming off the bench for this
You know
team.
what
But
happened
if
at?
they could split them minutes, that shit would be amazing.
My Clippers series.
Oh yeah.
Oh, where do you
I
got
would-
him back?
I went and got Clint Capella. My trade for the Jazz was John Collins and Colin Sexton go to the Pistons
Mm.
in exchange for Tim Hardaway Jr., Isaiah Stewart, and 3 second-round picks. I was trying to find a third team to take Isaiah Stewart because he got 3 years on that deal. I couldn't find it.
I do like the idea of Detroit being one of them like buyers. I think that they had a really good season. You might as well try to put some icing on the cake or whatever. Get a little bit more and see if you can try to make some more
That's
more noise
$16
in the
million with
second
Tim
half of the
Hardaway
season.
Jr.
Bro, that
I
shit.
made it.
And they have a $14 million in just space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Right,
I
yep.
made them like facilitators in a couple trades just because
Yeah.
they have the money to take on a contract and it's a bad expiring. Don't even got to play the kid. Just he's on the team.
Yeah, I made a trade for them to get Brandon Ingram.
Oh.
This involved Tobias Harris, Simone Fontecchio, and a top 10 protected first.
For who
Damn,
again?
a
For
first?
Brandon
Brandon?
Ingram.
I don't think Brandon Ingram has that value,
I
man.
don't think he's getting the first. He on the last year of his contract.
He's not healthy ever.
Yeah, not even right now. I tried to get them Brandon Ingram, but then I thought about it. I'm like, I don't like Brandon Ingram over there. He operates in the same spots as Cade do. That's why I was like, let me get you Colin Sexton and let me get you a live threat in John Collins. But I don't really want anybody that's in the elbow, mid-range, all in Cade way.
I looked at it as that I think Brandon Ingram does a good job of, he could take some of that ball handling pressure off of Cade. Like, I think Brandon Ingram can do a good job of also running an offense where you don't essentially have to go get another guard. Your wing has the capabilities of doing similar things.
I think I'd rather it be a guard, especially somebody that can shoot off the catch, because you still want Cade Cunningham to dominate the basketball.
Oh, I got one for you then, P.
Talk to me. Lonzo Ball?
Lonzo Ball
Hey.
for Tim Hardaway Jr. and a 2025 second-round pick via Toronto.
Yeah, see, I like that a lot.
Just 1 second.
This
It's
se-
Lonzo Ball
He
expiring
can take
contract.
the ball when he need to, but Cade still dominates it, and he can make a shot when Cade has it.
I tried to stretch it to 2 seconds. I don't think there's a conversation.
Ingram
to
can
get
make
to.
shots too, but he wants to put the ball on the floor like Tobias.
I'll just keep going. The Houston Rockets could use another backup center. Shout out to Steven Adams. He had 9 offensive boards the other night against the
trading
Grizzlies.
him, right?
He's not a part of this trade. So
Aquaman.
I
can
got
stick
them a
around.
backup,
He can
but
stick
he was a
around.
part of it.
Oh, okay.
Robert Williams
Yep.
Ooh.
reunited with Ime Udoka
Yep.
in exchange for just Jacques Landale in 2 seconds, man.
So I did the same
I like
trade,
that.
except Jock Landale, it was Steven Adams.
Okay.
But yeah, Robert Williams goes to the Rockets for Steven Adams in a 2026
The only reason I
second-round
kept
pick.
Stevens because I don't know if Robert Williams going to be healthy when it matters. At least Steven Adams, at least okay still.
Yeah.
So now he's a third stringer in case you get an injury from Rob.
I did do a Blazers trade, though, but I did it with the Magic, giving them Anthony Simons for Cole Anthony, Gary Harris, Jet Howard,
I went to Anthony, and I'm like, why put energy in this when I know Darrick's going to do it?
and then a 2025 Denver first-round pick.
Okay. So,
So
not
they-
one of those highly touted first, not
Yeah.
even your own first.
Yeah, it's not
from
even their
them.
own first. They have their own first, so they could probably afford to give up.
Walk,
Right.
walk it
Denver's-
through it one more time.
So it's Cole Anthony, Gary Harris, and Jet Howard. And you just
So you
have
get
to do
one
that.
young player.
Yeah.
Never
They don't
mind,
even play him really,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he probably has some potential, and he could probably go to the Portland Trailblazers and get you something. And I'm giving you Anthony Simons, someone who could probably help you score 100 points. Now he's not scoring 100 points,
He not Will
But- I mean,
Chamberlain,
maybe.
though.
but y'all struggling to crack 100 points. So
What
he
picks
could
they get back?
It's just a 2025 Denver first round pick.
I might want a second, too, just because Cole Anthony, I think, got 3 years, right? Let me see.
Let's
It
see.
ain't in front of me.
Let me see. Does it say on here?
Yeah, should.
Yeah, 3 years, 12.9.
Yeah. Throw me a second.
Mhm.
Throw me a second. I got a Magic trade. They're sending out Contavious Caldwell-Pope.
Oh no, not Kenny Pope.
I was
They're
looking
sending
at
out
him.
Gary Harris, Jet Howard, and 3 second-round picks to the Chicago Bulls for Zach LaVine and Torrey Craig, damn it. Yeah,
Oh.
KCP, we don't want to see you go, but for that dude over there, the most underrated player in the NBA, we gotta
So
pack
no
your
longer
bags.
get Megan Thee Stallion randomly in Chicago.
And so now with the Magic, you're looking at a lineup that is Jalen Suggs, when fully healthy, Jalen Suggs, Zach LaVine, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero, Goga Radate, or Wendell Carter.
Well, you know him and Zach LaVine and Wendell didn't like each other, so we
You
can't do that
still,
trade.
they gonna have to like you. Well, I'll tell Zach he won't be here long. You still are able to keep Jonathan Isaac, which was my
Can we
main
find a
thing.
third team and send KCP too?
Right, y'all don't want KCP
I
for
don't
the
want
3
KCP.
years. Your bench is Jonathan Isaac, Torrey Craig, Cole Anthony, I believe is still
Torrey
on the
Craig
team.
guys don't even play.
Tristan Da Silva.
He be flea as hell though.
and be flea as hell. And Anthony Black.
I had a trade with the Magic. They made the reunion and got Vucevic back.
Hey, I'm listening to this one.
Mo Wagner, Gary Harris, and the Bulls get a first-round pick for
I don't
Vucevic.
think Mo Wagner getting moved.
He out for the year.
I think Vucevic to the Orlando Magic makes so much more sense than Zach LaVine when you think about contracts and how much money that they've expended to Franz and Paolo and Jalen Suggs. I've been seeing Magic fans really hoping for a reunion there,
I think it would be cool, especially if he can keep up the year that he's having.
which is
Especially-
unlikely, but hopefully for their sake.
Could he be better than Wendell Carter Jr.?
Yeah, I don't know if that's really hard right now.
Yeah.
Wendell's shooting 19%.
No,
from
could he be
three.
better than Goga? But I'd say when he plays.
That's a little tougher.
Yeah.
But they provide like counter opposite of value. With Goga being like a rim protector.
Goga Zach LaVine, man. Call it a day.
I tried to pull some Zach LaVine strings. I couldn't find the right, like, there's the rumors of Vooch and Zach LaVine to the Warriors, and I thought that was so interesting, but I tried to draw up that trade.
I don't see how that
It's
happens.
6 players.
How?
So now we have to make it.
It's probably just a 3-team.
It would have
deal.
to be Wiggs. It would have to be Kuminga. It would have to be.
See, I read an article
Gary,
that
it would
said
be
they're trying to
Kyle.
get Zach LaVine without giving up Wiggins or Kuminga.
Yeah, that's
was-
literally impossible. Unless they
Bruh.
give up Draymond.
The multi-team,
No, they can do it.
the multi-team trade deals be so hard. I was on trying to do like a 3-teamer because I was trying to do some crazy shit to get De'Aaron Fox on the Lakers, and I'm like, I was like, I just need more money. Like I need to have some of these contracts matched. Let me add another team. So I got to a 4-team. I'm like, why is the team even getting into this?
So that's why we ain't got no trades right now because
Yeah.
everybody's struggling to
The
put
first
together.
trade I did, because at first I was trying to do real trades.
Yeah.
And so, I got Zach,
got a real
Zach
fictional trade.
LaVine and Torrey Craig went to the Warriors for Schroeder, GP2.
I thought Schroeder can be traded again, but he can't be aggregated.
So he can be. That's what Deshaun's report said, that they can keep him for
Yeah, they can aggregate him in a contract.
into a bigger deal. When you go back and look at the actual Sean's reporting, that's because I wondered the same thing because Fanspo kept saying he's recently traded or whatever. So I went and Googled because I'm like, I remember Sean saying
Spotrac, is that how you pronounce that one? Said
Yeah,
that he can be
Spotrac.
dealt, but he can't be dealt with other contracts. Is the way Spotrac has it.
Oh.
that's what Fanspo was saying. But
Interesting.
There's probably a loophole that we don't know
Okay,
about.
because that's the reason why I said they couldn't do it. Because
Yeah.
I just assumed that you couldn't. put-
maybe they can't. But I just remember, well, not remember, but I went to go look up Deshaun's report.
yeah, but the way I had it, here's my super fiction.
Now the Vucevic and Zach.
you can get it done. It's just gonna cost you 6-7 players.
Yeah, I had
See,
looked
you
at an
running out
article.
there before.
You just
I
getting
thought
a
they
little
were
too
saying
greedy.
that, and then I looked at the article and it was saying they were interested in both and it's shifting towards Zach.
I would love to see both end up being there.
That would be crazy.
That would be so
Yeah.
fun. Oh wait, let me do my super big 0% chance it happens, but I think it would be fun type
Let's
of trade.
hear it.
The 76ers acquired Jimmy Butler.
Oh, I thought about doing.
I
a
was looking
Sixers
for
Jimmy
it
Butler
saying, yeah.
trade.
Yeah, Sham Sharania. And sources also tell me Golden State isn't done yet. Schroeder's deal can be aggregated into a larger trade for a star later this season.
Okay, word. So Jimmy Butler to the 76ers.
Oh, Paul George, pack your bags, huh?
Paul George is being acquired by the Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh, man.
What?
The Miami Heat get Chris Middleton, Bobby Portis, two first-round picks, 1 second, and the Detroit Pistons get 2 second-round picks to take on the expiring contract of Josh Richardson and the 1 extra year of Pat Connaughton.
Bro, my thing is,
I'm thinking about it like this. To move Paul George, not a lot of teams are going to be really interested considering he's not playing great right now and he's got 3 more years. If there's any team that can convince themselves that Paul George could be the answer, it might be
Bucks.
Milwaukee. Right?
Yeah.
That's an upgrade over Chris Middleton, who's been looking okay every once in a while.
on the other side of that, Miami's kind of just looking for anything. Miami might be the only team that's like looking at Chris Middleton and be like, maybe.
I
just
they
feel
get
like
Bobby Portis.
I
Don't
was
sleep on Bobby.
looking around for teams for Chris Middleton. I'm just like, I just can't see them trading for a dude making
How many
30
years
plus.
left on Chris
He
Middleton's
just signed it. Oh,
He
is
got
it 1 year?
this year or next year.
Right?
It's 2 years. Yeah, because he just
he got a player
signed.
option?
He just
Player
signed that
option.
extension.
Oh, so he's gonna opt in.
But yeah,
I would take Chris Middleton for 2 years.
Yeah, because their whole thing is they want cap space for 2026. So,
And this allows that.
I like that trade
Yeah.
though, KB.
because apparently they
even
want to
Bobby
be in
Portis
the
too
Luka
also.
sweepstakes.
Of course they do. But Detroit, like I said, I tried to make Detroit Pistons aggregators. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, not aggregators, facilitators, where they take in some money. Here's some future draft capital. Josh Richardson don't have to play for you. You can fucking buy him out. He's $3 million. And then Pat Connaughton just sits around because he's not very
I
good
know
at
the
basketball.
Bucks they gotta do something, but they also don't really have many valuable assets.
Yeah.
They
This
don't
is the
have-
this is the only way they can get into the
Man, that would
sweepstakes.
be
of
so
any-
They
funny.
literally have no draft picks.
Paul George leave after James Harden said, "Don't trust Daryl Morey." Trade his ass in the first.
I got
year.
2 trades for the Denver Nuggets.
Ooh, okay.
And
Now,
I feel like they're one of them teams
They're
that
a team
they
that-
just
they're a
can't really
hard team to
trade
trade
I
shit.
with.
tried for like 10 minutes to get
So
them
the only
something.
person we could trade is Michael Porter Jr. because he got the
Yeah.
Right.
contract, and some team is gonna see some value in him. I got 2 trades now. I did see this trade before, but I really like this trade. Hawks get Michael Porter Jr., Dario Saric. The Nuggets get DeAndre Hunter and Bogdan Bogdanovic.
Say it one more time.
That sound so you get the Serbian boys back together.
Yeah, you Nuggets get Bogdan Bogdanovic and DeAndre Hunter. the Hawks get MPJ and Dario Saric.
Oh, and MPJ and Trae Young are best friends too. So now we reunite. Both teams reunite and start playing.
I swear, I was looking for trades for Michael Porter Jr. and I seen like his BR article popped up and it had this trade. I was like, this is a trade that I'm thinking that like the Nuggets got to do something like this because they don't really have value to trade away.
So essentially, this just adds some depth to their bench.
It adds depth and some wing.
Because then now you probably move Aaron Gordon back into the starting lineup.
He's your 4.
Yeah.
Again.
I also have.
I'm not.
I don't hate it. Other than Bogdanovich has been awful this season.
Maybe he just needs to change the scene.
Maybe he needs Jokic.
Yeah, gets a little rejuvenized with Jokic.
And DeAndre. Then again, at this point in their careers, Michael Porter Jr. plays a lot more than DeAndre Hunter. And Michael Porter Jr. had 7 back surgeries. So I'm looking at if Bogdanovich is ass this year and DeAndre Hunter is never healthy, I would much rather just keep MPJ and just run it.
I hate to overstate, but like I just think Michael Porter Jr. is the perfect player. Not perfect. Let me not say perfect, but like in essence, he's perfect with what they do. And I think like it would be very tough to move, even though you getting another wing and that depth. It just ain't worth it to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It just is not. I'd just rather have my depth be Christian Brown and
This is the other trade I have for the Nuggets that just kind of splits up Michael Porter Jr.'s contract. I don't like it as much, but I can see a little bit of value in it. It's MPJ for Marcus Smart, Luke Kennard, Salty Adama, and then the Nuggets would give up a first-round pick in this. Or not the Nuggets.
What did the Grizzlies give up?
First.
They gave up Marcus Smart, which is kind of a non-factor in a way.
Luke Kennard, Santi Aldama.
Because they probably can't re-sign Santi
And
Aldama.
then a first-round pick.
So yeah,
and a pick.
That's about.
I feel like you could probably get out of there without the first.
That's about $36 million. Yeah.
That's interesting because it gives them depth and it gives some consolidation to the Grizzlies. But also, I wonder with that extra contract that's Michael Porter Jr.'s, do you still have the wiggle room to extend Jaren the way you want to?
Yeah, I would.
One of us on this show should really read the whole CBA packet. Just one CBA expert.
Go ahead.
Fuck it. I'll do it. I'll take this one. I'll do it.
I have another trade. The disgruntled stars get traded for each other. De'Aaron Fox, Trey Lyles, Jordan McLaughlin to the Heat for Jimmy Butler and Alec Burks. The Kings also give up a top 3 protected first.
The Kings are giving up something in that?
Yeah.
For Jimmy Butler?
You are. This is why you never going to win.
The Heat have to give up some. Bro, no way they traded De'Aaron Fox and they getting a first-round pick back.
Yeah, I think I'm with Mike on this one. Jimmy Butler's not that valuable where you need to give up De'Aaron and future draft capital.
Well, I'm just thinking like, well, you don't have to put it. I just put it in there because there's always draft picks. The draft picks don't. I just put them in there just because they're always.
I'm gonna have to make some trades with him in the next 2K league.
Seriously,
but
we need to get your GM cap a little straightened though.
I just think both teams. The Kings get win now players. De'Aaron Fox goes to the
Who
team.
are the Kings getting? They getting Jimmy Butler and Alec Burks.
Jimmy Butler. That's the winning player.
Man,
You can at least stay competitive with Jimmy.
I would curse out the Kings live on this show if they did that dumb ass
You also
shit.
just know he's not resigning.
You know he's not. You know he's not. I'd rather just get 4 first-round picks from the Spurs. Hey, you know what? Y'all keep Stephon Kelly. We wanted him, but damn, there's nothing else. They telling us we got Jimmy. That's the other option. Just give us the 4 first-round picks, Trey Jones. We'll take Zach Collins if you need us to. Just give us the picks. At least we'll have that. We walking away with Jimmy Butler and we gave a pick. So now we got here on the court. Malik Monk is the point guard. DeRozan, Jimmy Butler, Keegan Murray, and Sabonis. Sabonis is the point guard.
Actually, don't hate that.
I hate that team.
It's mid-range central.
Just mid-range handoffs. 2002 Orlando Magic offense.
I tried to do more De'Aaron Fox trades. Like, who could be sneaky? Of course, we know where he wants to go.
Right.
But who can sneak in and grab him? It's such a tough team to figure out.
I didn't even attempt. I said this as the Spurs.
Yeah, I did have a trade for him to Spurs. I think it was like 2 first-round picks. They got Stephon.
They did get
Castle in there.
Hey, stop playing with Stephon Castle, boy.
Let me see.
Him and De'Aaron then I bet Stephon's kind of pissed. He said, I want to be a point guard. Y'all told me I was going to be a point guard once Chris Paul left the team, and now you go trade for a point guard?
It's the business.
Yeah.
He
also doesn't look that great as point guard right now.
He's going to be like, shit, bad. We finna win.
Yeah.
That trade was Keldon Johnson, Stephon Castle, Jeremy Sohan and 2 first-round picks for De'Aaron Fox
feel like
and Doug McDermott.
Jeremy has to be in whatever De'Aaron Fox to the Spurs trade. Jeremy has to be in it. The Spurs,
Why?
Because the
Why does he
Kings
have to?
are looking for wings. They always looking for wings. And if you're telling me Stephon Castle is untouchable, then go give me Jeremy Sohan.
What if I gave you Devin Vassell?
I don't know why you would do that. I just feel like Devin Vassell is more of a better fit with Wemby other than Jeremy Sohan.
I would agree with that. I really like
paper,
Devin
yeah.
Vassell next.
On paper, yeah. But we gonna figure this shit out.
I got time.
Who was
I
that
didn't
big
even
Burley motherfucker?
Devin
I didn't
Vassell
even
was missing
consider it
games
yet.
and they was looking real.
I didn't
good.
even consider putting Jeremy Sohan in a trade.
I think, Devin Vassell has not been as good as we anticipated this season, for sure. I think that's been an under-talked about thing about the Spurs.
Oh yeah, because they still having success, and Wemby is. Hey, Wemby's gonna be the greatest teammate ever. He got game, Kadari Richmond. Wemby is gonna be one of the greatest teammates ever because he's gonna take so much attention. You can be ass for a 5-game stretch. It's like, look at this block Wemby had yesterday. And all y'all Twitter people, get off my boy Stephon Castle. When y'all gonna learn to just shut the hell up on rookies? Man, he's shooting. Look at the percentage. Oh my gosh.
Who they comparing him to? Theo Maledon again?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, okay.
But these are the same people that was saying Darius Garland was the worst player in the NBA.
He was.
Now they're saying, hey, he should be an all-star. Hey, we happy he was all-star.
I think at one point Anthony Simons
That's
also
the dumbest
was
shit.
like rated statistically he was the worst player in the
Dumbest
NBA.
2 years in a row.
Dumbest shit in the world. 3 years in a row. Look at him now.
2 years.
And what did he come in the league? Like 17? He came straight out of high school, IMG. But it's like,
They're talking about 7-year pro. 23 years old.
Right.
Like, what the doesn't even make
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. He young. He's so young.
Only
it don't
in-
even make sense.
Only in the NBA do we think 18-year-old star is supposed to be born. Then we look at the MLB and they be like, Rookie of the Year, 28 years old, Chris Bryant. 28 years old, getting called up to the big leagues. Been in the minors for 6 years. Only the NBA is like, man, he 19. What's up, man? He a bust.
I feel like they do that in the NFL a little bit too. Like with QBs, the top
Patrick Mahomes
QBs.
set for an entire season.
If you a top-rated QB coming in and you don't perform in that rookie season, they on your ass. And it's like, it don't even make sense.
Yeah.
Because like
Everybody lives in the moment a little bit too much.
the QB position is so hard to even play.
It is. It is. But I think we've also had some guys have so much success.
Like I
that
know
they-
CJ Stroud had a great rookie season, but then the second
CJ
season
and then
wasn't that
Jaden
great.
Daniels.
Jaden
So when
Daniels.
people see that, they start to think that that's the standard. But
Yeah.
those are just
The
Those
exception.
are the
Jordan
stories
Daniels.
here.
exceptions.
Yeah,
Those are
exception. Yeah.
out of
Like,
the norms.
I keep calling him Jalen.
I don't think no real. I be doing that too. I don't think no real football people be on that. I just feel like again, it's talking heads, same people who saying the same shit about somebody being a bust in 3 games. But the real like NFL insider people, who I don't ever see them just overreacting.
Shout out to Daniels. You made me do it for a
I
second.
always almost call him McDaniels all the time.
Held me down for the playoffs,
Yeah,
the regular season.
that was a fake fantasy football run.
I mean, whether it was real
Did you
or
get
not,
your
it's not
money?
real. I did win a little bit of cash. That's all I care about.
He really did make all the right trades,
Thank you, man.
but they just didn't work out.
I got another
Bad
trade
timing.
for the Pistons. Tim Hardaway Jr., Simone Fontecchio, and 2 second-round picks go to the Pelicans for C.J. McCollum.
I would
wonder if
entertain
CJ is
that.
on the move, considering now DeJounte's out, all of the stuff that's,
That's
going
enough
on.
money?
Yeah.
Because they have $14
I
million.
just don't
yeah,
think
you
just
did
sitting
say they
around.
had
I just
$14
don't
million
think-
to absorb a contract.
It would damn near not be smart to not trade away CJ during this type of season.
Right.
Like, I don't know what you're gonna keep him so he's there for maybe next
I
season.
also kind of want to let Jordan Hawkins just, like, go off.
yeah.
Him and Trey Murphy, y'all just go. Just go. Ease Missy, just go.
Does Willie Green make it to the end of the season?
Yeah.
He should.
To the end
Bro,
of the year,
ain't no
yeah.
way you can blame that on a coach
sure.
for a
No,
team
for
that
sure.
made
Not
it.
only can you not blame him, what benefit would you get?
What the
Yeah.
fuck are these jerseys?
Yeah,
These might
terrible,
be the
terrible.
nastiest jersey I've ever seen.
Terrible. You
And I
gotta
actually like
ask
Willie
Christian
Green a lot
about that
as
shit.
a
Wake
Pelicans
Forest.
coach too.
Say it
But
again.
yeah,
I like Willie Green as the Pelicans coach.
I just don't
Yeah,
know what
man.
you get.
yeah.
Hey, March, Willie Green out. We're bringing in. Come fix this mess. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, your players won't be healthy either.
Right.
Just fix it though. That just don't even make sense. There's nothing you could pinpoint and say this is Willie Green's fault.
I do think Willie Green probably get fired. I won't think it is his fault. I think they'll just probably feel like they need something to be in a new
Like a fresh
direction.
start?
Yeah.
I just hate that mindset of front offices. that like we are struggling as a team. My players haven't been available, but I'm gonna fire the head coach.
Well, I mean,
That
they do
it
the
just-
same thing to the roster. It's certain times where you see
I was
players get traded not because they asked, but it's just like we need something ain't working here. Something ain't working here. So the coach gonna get fired. Some players gonna. We just
But
made it. You had a trade in Ingram. I got a trade in CJ. Dejounte can't be traded because he just did his Achilles. They've already talked about having Zion potentially be available. Herb Jones is a name we heard. So it's like something is being switched up. But to sit around continuing to wait for this thing to be healthy.
Yeah, I mean, the new coach you come in, he gonna deal with the same problems.
No, because if you trade the players, you'll have a new set of players. You won't have to continue to worry about if Ingram is going to be healthy, if this guy is going to be healthy, if that guy is going to be healthy.
That's the most fun part about the trade deadline, by the way. Getting to root for new players. Your team make a deal, and they just, even if it's not the superstar, I just got a new guy to root for.
Yeah.
And he might be ass. But for about a month stretch, that's going to be your guy.
I remember, when we first got
If y'all
Jared
trade Zach
Vanderbilt on the
LaVine
team?
back, if y'all trade Zach LaVine and y'all get
Tim Hardaway Jr., baby, we here.
well, I take that back because if y'all traded with the Warriors and y'all got a Moses Moody, you definitely will be rooting for Moses.
Definitely.
Oh hell yeah!
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know what I came to the realization of?
What?
We might have seen Zach LaVine's last Chicago Bulls.
heard-
I seen
heard
you
you saw
talking
that.
about that.
And it was actually a really good game.
Really good game. And
No,
it kind of made me a little
phenomenal
sad, bro.
game.
Yeah.
I got the video of Zach hitting that clutch three
That
too.
top
Yeah.
of it.
You know what's so crazy during that game? Like I was looking at my phone and somebody in one of the discords was talking about like betting or whatever it is. Like Zach LaVine only had like 13 points going into like the fourth or whatever. He's like, man, Zach having a terrible game, bro. Zach, and like as he's saying that, I'm watching Zach turn up in the
Turn
fourth.
up,
I'm like,
yeah.
bro, you not watching this shit.
Yeah. That's a different way to watch sports when you betting on it. For sure.
He had failed because she tried to get the and one. This is in the first half. He failed, kind of like in the crowd. They held when he looked back. He's like, I'm trying to put numbers on the board, damn it. I said, oh, well, you crazy. Young
My
Hollywood.
favorite one is when
Crazy.
he just kind of got it and he sassing you up and he looking at you and then he just raised
Yeah,
up and knock
I know
it down.
exactly
You know
what
why?
you're talking about.
He got those hazel eyes that you just
You-
fall for
oh,
every
yeah.
time.
They mesmerize you. They put you in a trance.
He's the most
Hypnotized.
underrated player in the NBA, I feel like, bro. I came to that conclusion yesterday. I was just watching and watching.
I don't know, Pierre. He's never won a
watching,
playoff series, so he can't be good at
watching and
basketball.
watching. You gotta say that. You gotta do shit like that on Twitter. I don't be believing in the shit that people on Twitter be believing in.
He's never won a
Can't be.
playoff series.
He never won a playoff series. Can't be good. Simply put,
Because I be seeing them say that about guys who be having rings. and
Shea
shit.
can't be the MVP. He's never made a deep playoff run. What are you talking about? How could he win an MVP award if he's never been to the finals? Hello. Come
Talking
on,
about
man.
Devin Booker ain't good because his son.
There's another guy that didn't make the All-Star game.
Empty stats. Yeah, okay.
I know. I heard some people was arguing for Devin Booker.
My argument was the Suns have sucked this season.
Yeah.
So
That's the number one argument against him. He also started off really bad.
Yeah.
They sucked, or they ain't been as good as you.
They've been 500 most of
they-
the
We
Yeah.
time.
was definitely
but-
saying like
but
if
based
they
on
was a top
expectations
14,
for
they
the
would have had
Suns,
two
they
probably.
suck.
I mean, you would consider the top end talent for sure. Being 500 it's a disappointing season.
Yeah.
It would feel weird to be like two
had
All-Stars
injuries.
disappointing year.
Huh?
They've had injuries.
I guess.
Nah, that's not
But
it.
I don't really get them that excuse.
I'm not finding an excuse. I'm just telling you why. They ain't ass because they just, you know what I mean? Like, and number one, what was the expectation?
Championships.
Nah, just be better than 500.
What
Your
if-
expectations, I don't be knowing if you know we
It's
doing
just-
No,
shit
the
together.
expectations
The
that the Suns have
championship-
on themselves is
Yeah,
expectations.
Their
Oh, well, I
expectation
mean-
is championship. And when you are
The
playing
expectations
team,
we have for
But
them is
every
not that.
team coming to the season telling us that that's their expectation. That ain't
Nuh-uh.
what I take from
Not
it.
Messiah and them. Messiah and them
no,
said we're
the
going to
Suns,
be bad.
they literally have 3 guys making $50 million.
They
And
did
no
that
dra- no
last.
draft
They
picks.
did that shit last
mean shit to
year.
me. That didn't mean shit
They
to
did
me.
that shit
You
last year,
thought
got-
Bradley. So because Bradley Beal was in the roster, you thought championship or bust for the Suns?
Well, that's
Do you think championship or
Yes,
bust for the Suns?
yes.
Because they have Bradley Beal $50
because
million.
that's the direction of the team.
Yeah,
yes.
I think y'all are both right. I honestly think y'all are both right.
Yeah,
The
you're right.
expectations
You're
for the
right.
Suns when you have Kevin
You're
Durant,
right.
Devin Booker, Bradley Beal is to win.
yeah.
That's not
No,
the expectations we have for them
Yeah,
as
it's
realistic
it's
NBA
to
fans.
win, but it was to win before they even had Bradley Beal. It's to win.
Right?
But once we saw them get their ass swept by the Timberwolves,
And this is first round.
And
This is first round.
and Bradley Beal was there, I think we all was like, you know,
But-
Coach Bud coming in.
There's
we-
also some revisions because they did have a good offseason in our mind. They got
Yeah.
real
Yeah,
point guard
they-
play,
so we
drafted
we
well,
thought that
and a
they
new
could
coach.
be better.
Right.
But never did we come in and say that like this is a championship.
Right. That's why I
year
say
for them.
y'all both right.
Yeah. But that's why I'm asking him, did he think that?
Yeah.
And I don't ever remember him saying that. And he's saying, yeah, we know that they want to win.
I'm not saying I had them as a favorite to win, but I'm also saying that expectations for
But
that team.
I think he was asking
based on-
specifically just you though.
Yeah.
He's not
They
asking
weren't,
about
they
the.
weren't one of my favorites to win. No.
Yeah, that's
But
all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. It's kind of like when we had the conversation about the Nuggets, when you was like, if the Nuggets don't win the championship, it's a failure of a season. I think the Nuggets could go on a run, but I don't know if I look at their season like it's a failure because they don't win a championship.
Mhm. I think it's just
I just feel
I
like
think
every
it's
time
always-
you have the best player in the league
yeah.
on your roster and you don't win it, it can be looked at as like a failure of a season. In a
That's
way.
not what Giannis said. Michael Jordan in the league for 13
Hey,
years. He got 6 championships.
nah,
Does
we
that mean
don't-
he's a failure?
Hey, we not taking what he said to heart like
We
that because
not.
he was so mad when he was saying all
was.
that bullshit. He
He
was just
was.
literally
Hey,
But I
yapping,
do
bro.
feel him in the. I
He
feel
was.
him.
He
Hey,
was.
You can't win every single
That
season.
was
But
funny
that's-
because he
but
was
that-
pissed.
He was so mad, bro.
That's my argument to Darrick though. In that sense, it's like you want to be able to win, but it's like you look at the circumstances of a team, and you telling me if they made it to the West, like last year. Last year was the year they lost to 7 games to the Timberwolves.
Yeah, they
Yes,
went down
they blew
2-0
game 7,
and
yeah.
they ended up forcing game 7.
Yeah. So I feel like last year they probably was definitely disappointed, and that may have felt like a failure of a year. But then you come into
Also,
this
they
year,
blew that 20-point lead in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
yes,
So that's
They had that game
that's
won.
a failure of the year because you a quarter away from going to the Western Conference
Yeah.
Finals against a team that you probably like your chances against. So you lose that, you walk away, failure of a year. Now you come back after this year, you bring in a Russell Westbrook for the first time, you lost KCP. You still want to win, you still going to go through the season, but it's like we working with what we have here. We working with what we have. That's all I'm saying. I'm not making no excuses for the Suns because they definitely should be better. They definitely should be better. I'm not trying to come in here and act like I also thought the Suns was going to be where they was at because they had didn't they have a good start?
Yeah,
to the
no,
year?
they were like 9-2 or 9-3 or something
Right,
like that.
right,
KD was looking like an MVP candidate.
right.
So
He
he got hurt and then went downhill from there.
and I love the start, but even with the start, it was like it's something about I just wasn't a fucking with Nurkic.
They
being
were
at
winning
center.
every game clutch. They were clutch games.
Okay,
They were like 9-0 in the clutch. And
that
then any
feel
game that
forever
wasn't
ago,
in the
but
clutch, they
I'm
lost.
glad y'all remember. But yeah, it's still some things that I ain't really like about their team. I still like their team and think they are better than what their record shows.
I don't know, bro.
Um,
They're
But-
a hard watch sometimes. And that's weird because they have Kevin Durant and Devin Booker.
yeah,
I shouldn't be like, do I want to watch this game?
I was about to say last night I was watching because I was just loving watching D Booker and Kevin, but I could
Unfortunately,
see
missed that one.
I could see what you mean.
Me and Darrick went
Some of
to
them for-
Disney on Ice.
Some of them fourth quarters be tough.
They
'Cause
was
they-
killing the Warriors though.
Sometimes they just
The
don't
Warriors
put
are hard.
that
watch.
rim pressure, so
The
they're
Warriors
taking a lot
could
of
definitely
jumpers.
be a hard watch.
Yeah.
I like jump shots.
I think they're hard watch more than they're not.
It
Yeah.
it bothers me when it's late in game and I see a lot of jumpers and they're just short.
I like it because it's Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
It is Devin Booker.
yeah.
Now, am I tuning in to watch Royce O'Neal pull up? No. But Kevin Durant, I'll watch that all
Kevin
day.
Durant is Kevin Durant and Devin Booker are the exception.
What do you
I
do-
guess maybe it's Bradley Beal.
If you're the Suns, you can't find a way to get Jimmy Butler. Is there any pivot? Is there a counter move that they should
According
have?
to
in this-
rumors, that's all they doing. They have other plans.
Unless
It ain't just Jimmy Butler.
unless your other pivot could be somehow using Bradley Beal to get like the Chris Middleton.
I don't
I
think
think
Bradley
it-
Beal's
like the
getting
Chris
traded.
Middleton package.
I don't think he's not waiving that trade clause.
By all reports, he has no intention on waiving it.
Well, I guess to cold teams that are bad, I saw that as well.
Right. They have to have good weather or they have to have wins. It's one
Yeah.
or the other. And they
So,
But
can't.
then on the
I
other
think
side
Milwaukee
too,
fits the criteria. A team he might want to play for.
But Chris Haynes reported that the Bucks don't have any interest in
They don't
Bradley
have
Beal.
it,
So
yeah.
that's there. Because I'm thinking
'Cause
about
what
like
else the
Grayson
heck-
Allen as an
Yeah.
asset. What could that turn into? They're a second A team, so they can't aggregate.
bro, I wish
That
I would
makes
have
it
finished
tough.
that trade I had yesterday because, like I said, it was the Lakers.
So you slacked off.
No, it was just I couldn't get it
It was
done
too
because
tough,
it was 4-2. It was like a 3-4 team trade, but it
He
had
was
the
in he was
Lakers,
in the office himself.
the Lakers, the
At
Kings.
deadline. Couldn't get the deal done.
What's
It
your
was
thoughts on the
the Suns
Lakers?
trying to get in there.
If the Lakers don't win the championship, is it a failure of a year?
Kinda, because like you do have AD and Bron, so like they naturally want to compete for championships. So like
I know what they wanna
but
do.
I know, but like I don't view it as an absolute failure at the end of the day, just because LeBron isn't at the peak of his powers. If you had even just like 33-year-old Bron or 34-year-old Bron and you don't win it, then yeah, I would say this is a failure.
I would say no, because it seemed like with the J.J. Redick hiring and all the conversations that they're more planning for the long term, while trying to still win this year. And that's, I think, one of the reasons why they haven't traded the 2 picks that are eligible to be traded, that they're trying to play the long game.
At the beginning of this season, I was kind of saying that, like,
let them tell it, though, it's championship or bust.
no, I was saying this year I felt like the expectations were kind of gone from there. At least from, like, being a Laker fan. Like, I wasn't like, man, we got to get to the Western Conference Finals. We got to get to the final. Like, you just kind of like, we've seen this team the last couple of years, and we've seen what they're capable of, and we've seen that they have stretches where they just don't look like a finals or legit contenders. So they have a wide range, but I think to put the pressure on, like, put the pressure of a championship, you're just gonna let yourself down every time.
This is from Bobby Marks. The trade that we just saw not only brings the LA Clippers below the luxury tax, but gives them an optionally at the deadline to be a buyout team. They didn't have that before.
You said what team? The
Clippers.
Okay, yeah.
So that's something we haven't thought about, buyout candidate. I guess it's been
The
said
buyout
since
market has
rumor.
been so draft forever, so it don't even. It seems like it don't
Ben
exist.
Simmons got to be the number one
Ben
guy.
Simmons, right?
And
Where
he-
would Ben Simmons?
He do want to play.
He could
there's
change.
a game out recently.
He
He
can
wants to play
change
for a
the
contender.
entire. Yeah, hell, he didn't
Yeah.
get bought out to go to the Jazz,
No, yeah.
but he could change the entire trajectory of somebody's season for on a minimum contract.
What if you went to the
Yeah.
Celtics?
Can't.
I saw
They
that.
can't. Second apron
The
team.
second apron? Damn.
I saw that they was gonna be interested though.
So you had to
They
somehow
have to
another-
find somebody to take
Yeah.
Jaden Springer for nothing.
the Pistons. You can absorb the contract.
Pistons might be winners of the deadline at the end of it, just for that reason alone. They could just take in
Just 'cause
some
they got the
contracts,
money.
so on.
Yeah, if you're a team with a little bit of cap space, you could definitely, especially if you do want just draft some draft capital.
If I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
they're the only team with that, right? They're the only team with just a good amount of cap space to absorb contracts right now.
The only team that I know of.
Yeah, that's the only team I saw.
Yeah,
But-
so they could really walk out as winners because they could legitimately buy if they want to,
Yeah.
or again they could just facilitate for future assets.
I hope they buy.
Same.
I want them to just be better than they have in
Because
recent
They
years.
should be buying.
Cade Cunningham, let's be real. The team is fine. The team is not good.
Yeah,
Cade deserves to have somebody that's good next to him.
Mm-hmm.
So they should buy.
Shout out to Marcus Sass.
Like, who's
too,
their
by
second
the
best
way.
player? Is it Jalen Duran, Tobias Harris?
yeah.
Is it Malik Beasley?
Tobias Harris.
Malik Beasley been on a burner.
It might be. It might be Malik Beasley actually.
Do you entertain trading Jaden Ivey?
Nah. Just because I don't think you're going to see teams super interested because you have to pay him,
Yeah.
first of all, and he's coming
Yeah.
off this major injury.
What did he do? Tear his ACL? What did he do again? I can't even remember.
That's a very good question. It's something knee-related, though.
He could say
Oh,
CL.
okay.
So, yeah, I think if you want to entertain, you're just not going to get the value that you think you should.
Yeah, it's hard to trade an injured player and get good value. Like if
Even when he was healthy, though, I don't know
Yeah.
what his value was.
Because like Dejounte, if you can't really, no one's gonna want that contract.
You a Caleb Love fan? I feel like you would be a Caleb Love fan.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Seemed like a Mike-ass player.
Said broken fibula?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
that makes a
yeah.
lot more sense. But that's
But
cleaner than an ACL tear.
But yeah, I also don't. Is he clear? Isn't he not out for the season though?
They said they reevaluated.
They
in
said
4
he'll be.
weeks.
Yeah.
Team is hopeful that he'll be able to return for the season.
Oh,
Yeah, it's cleaner
Yeah.
than an ACL tear, for sure.
You know that picture of me in that wheelchair?
yeah.
That's when I did something similar to that, but I was good after a couple months.
Okay.
They don't know about that picture
They
of
don't
me in
know
that
about
wheelchair.
that picture.
Actually, I think that picture has got out.
I think it is. You will. What was that envelope you was holding?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just me with like in a
The
wheelchair with a
X-rays.
big ass
Yeah, it was
cast
probably
on.
the X-rays.
Yeah. What did you do?
I was roller skating
Okay.
in gym class.
Oh, it happened on the school watch. Damn.
Yeah. But
don't
it's
let
crazy.
my
I didn't
kids
even know
get hurt on
I
school
fractured
watch.
it until I went to the hospital.
Oh yeah, it'd be like that.
What'd you say?
sometimes.
I didn't even know I fractured it until I actually went to the hospital.
Yeah, because
Were you walking on it?
How else would you know you
I don't
fractured it
remember.
without imaging?
I just know, like, I remember.
You can feel it.
No, you can feel something's in pain. You
Yeah,
can't
I
feel if
felt
you
like
broke
just
something.
immediate pain. So I remember, like, I just got
you don't
on the
think if you
ground.
broke your ankle, you would know?
No.
Yes,
I
you
think
were.
you fucking crazy, KB.
So you wouldn't. I don't think you would know if it's a broken ankle or a torn.
Well, they say if you
tendon.
can move.
You-
My test is if you can move it, it's not broke. I don't know how true that is, but I heard
that's
people
what
say
I've
that.
heard that too.
Yeah.
I've heard that from trainers playing basketball. Can you move it? Oh, at least we know it ain't broken. Now
I feel like I would much rather have a break than a tear.
you
You know, 100%.
when I tore my tendon in my ankle, I went to see several doctors to get several opinions, and every doctor walked away with a different timeline. They said the same thing though. If this was broken, it would be a lot easier because you had a surgery, put in a cast, and we going about our business. The
Sometimes
tear,
brakes don't even need surgery. Just put that bitch in the cast and let nature do its part.
The tear, they can't give you a timeline because they don't know.
Yeah.
They genuinely don't know.
Everybody be different.
Yeah, so that's why I went to like 4 different doctors, got 4 different answers. You're going to be out for 2 months, 4 to 6, 4 weeks,
Man, I
3
went
to
to
6.
one doctor and said, "Stitch me up, doc."
I'm like, what the hell? Well,
Fuck me
yeah,
up.
your ass is weak. I had a season on the line.
I went to what
I just
considered the
remember-
best doctor in the state.
I just remember
what'd
if
he
you talking
say?
about that time
It's
we was at
torn.
the YMCA. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
You went to the LeBron of
All I
torn
remember
shoulders?
from that is he's like,
he
man,
did 2 of Derrick Rose's injuries, so he must be great.
Yeah.
the doctor that did you?
Yeah,
Or,
Dr.
I mean,
Joseph.
Derrick Rose kept getting hurt.
Right, and I kept getting hurt too. Staying on his resume,
I
man.
just
His
remember
What's
that-
his name? Let's go beat his ass.
Dr. Bush Joseph, man.
No, I'm
at
just-
Rush
you
Hospital.
just joking.
That's that's where I was born.
At Rush?
Yeah.
The one out west?
From Chicago.
Yeah. Then I don't know where it's at.
That's funny
Yeah,
because
it's
I
on the
was
west
born in
side.
Oak Park. At West Suburban Hospital.
I was born at Rush.
I was born in Loyola.
I was born on.
In a Toriola Corolla.
I was on Little Company of Mary on the south side.
What?
Don't know.
Wait, what'd you say?
Little Company of Mary.
Can you say it slower?
Little Company of Mary.
sound like
Little
we're-
Company of Mary? That does
Yeah.
not sound like a hospital.
that
at
shit
all.
sound like a place where storks deliver babies.
Little Company of Mary.
He
Okay.
finna look it up. It's
I
a
trust you. No, I
hospital.
trust you. I'm
It's
just
a
saying that the
hospital.
name is just don't sound like a hospital.
It's a
That's all.
hospital, bro. We just never heard of it. We from out west. He
Because
finna
usually
Google
it be
it.
having a hospital at the end, Rush Hospital.
Right.
No, that's the hospital when your baby want mild sauce. It ain't even out yet. Yeah, I'm just joking.
Little Company of Mary.
Sound like a college.
Sound like a TV show
Little Company of Mary.
of rabbits.
It really sounds like there's one doctor in that motherfucker.
It's Mary.
It's Mary. She do everything. She do everything. Shout out
Did
to
you like the hospital?
I don't know.
I
Nothing.
just joking.
Yeah, I loved it.
Treated me real nice.
I think I was only born there. I don't think I actually went there for like normal visits.
Same. Just happened to be in the area.
Oh, for real?
No, I'm just talking. That was the closest hospital to them at that time.
Well, don't nobody care about what hospital he was born.
Y'all remember y'all doctor's name?
No.
My current doctor, yes.
She was fine though.
That's funny.
Face said. You was over there by you over there off Harlem? That hospital, KB?
Yeah, across from your dad's house. Old
Yeah.
house, yeah.
Yeah.
His dad used to live right across the street from the hospital. You tweak your ankle, just go across the street.
Oh, you at that one?
yeah.
Okay. You
Shit sound expensive.
Okay. Yeah, I remember my
You might
dad.
as well just chill out on the
But
couch.
it was it was so close that you didn't even need no guardian to walk with you. That shit was right across the street.
No, when he say you know how people be like cross street, but it's like
No.
Burr Ridge is across street from the Plex, but
No.
it's way down.
I'm talking like
no.
one street cross. You are at the hospital right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to.
I used to always think that was cool for people that was like literally on the street of the school. Like you just walk to school right
Guess
there. And
what?
it's like
Yeah.
2 minutes.
The house I grew up in was across the street from the school.
Yeah.
Love
That's
it.
not
across
even-
one
But,
street.
Oh, you
but
talking about
you
Lebanon.
really had to walk a little bit, but it is across the street.
Yes, get to the corner.
The
and then cross
hospital
the
for my dad's house he talking about is like right there. There is
Open
no
the
walk
door,
down the
yeah.
street.
I remember our high school, there used to be like a bunch of houses just like literally adjacent to the damn school. I was like, I bet you that shit nice hell to just walk there and
talking
you can walk
Burr
back.
Ridge?
Yeah, no, Hinsdale South.
Oh yeah.
Burr
yeah.
Ridge too, but
It would be so
No,
cool.
You know,
no,
we
we
ain't
down
really
South
have-
schools. It's like right. It's like
I'm talking
right
about
here.
the parking lot is right here.
Yeah.
It's a street and then it's a
Yes.
bunch of houses.
Yeah.
It would've
Larry
been cooler
Matusas used to live over there.
if they let you leave for lunch, but they didn't do
Oh,
that. You
yeah,
just
that
go
would be
home
true.
for
They let
lunch.
you do that now.
Yeah, they could do that.
Yeah, I
now.
know. My wife's sister came over for lunch. I'm like, what the fuck is you doing?
How long
here?
was their lunch then?
I have no idea.
gotta be like
But
an
she was
hour.
definitely there for a minute.
Oh.
She was definitely there for
So
some
I
time.
mean, Shy Shack probably be busting.
Possibly.
Bro, Shy Shack.
No, for real though, probably. I used to go to a school when I was a little kid that used to do that. My mom used to come pick me up and take me to lunch. Take my ass back home.
See, I ain't never. That's something I
Can't
seen
do
that in
that high
TV
school,
shows.
boy. I'd have left, took Mike girl with me.
Wait,
got
what?
some dessert. Came back. Remember that girl?
Did you ever have a girlfriend in high school?
No, but
Nah.
it was a girl I was talking to, and Mike used to always try to act like he was talking to her. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
that's what I said. I would have took my girl.
What's the
with
first letter initial?
me. L?
L.
Oh, okay, word.
And I used to be like, wait, you know him? She'd be like, yeah, he bothered me. You'll beat him up for me. I promise she used to say that.
I used to, me, her and then another girl, they used to be like friends, and we used to always have the same class, so we used to always kind of like joke around.
That was this thing I used to do.
It was I'm gonna say the initials because I know y'all know who it is. L&T. T. Just you got to know the T.
I know.
I don't know if you know
Yeah,
her,
I
but
don't think I know.
D-Mills and KB
I
definitely
think
know
I might
T.
know who you're talking about, but I can't say for sure.
I mean, I can put it in the
It was her best friend, wasn't it?
Yeah, they would
Yeah.
always be together with each other.
But I used to do this thing in high school, and this is free game for my younger viewers. I used to have, like, because you used to carry books and binders. So I used to have this notebook in my binder, and I used to write, I love you, a bunch of times, and I just rip them out. I was like, hey, you dropped this, and everybody rushing there, just take it and go. They'd be like, oh, damn, thank you. Open it up. They'll stop and be like, and L, I did that, and she was one of the people that reacted, and I got her phone number off of that.
Hey, back in the day,
Hey,
man,
you shot
anything to get
I
that
used to
number.
do that so much. Some people read it, smile, and walk away. She read it, smiled, and walked towards, and I was like, hey. Yeah.
He done gave somebody out there a new trick.
Hey, for real.
I hope they use it.
I used to do ignorant shit, though. I used to walk into the lunchroom. Don't do this. This is a different climate of day and age. I used to come and walk the lunchroom. Y'all remember how the lunchroom used to be set up? When you first walk in, you got all the tables on the left, and then, like, the lunch shit on the right. And I, like, girls just sit together. And so I'll walk with, like, Darrick. Just say Darrick, my homie. I'm walking in with Darrick. And you fall on the table and make the big dunk. Like, oh, my fault. I just tripped over my.
Yo, that's crazy.
And everybody would laugh. And that would just be the way. Don't do that now, because when we was growing up, it was a way different climate of time. You do that now, you walk out in handcuffs. Oh man, we used to do all type of crazy shit in high school. That's the only thing I miss about high school. Just like, you just didn't care about anything.
Yeah, it's so non-serious.
Yeah, exactly.
And
exactly.
it's not say it's not like you don't learn or gain anything
For
from
sure.
it, but it's definitely like when you look at your high school versus probably college, and like when you actually have bills and stuff, like it's like high school was so laid back. I don't know why it's like you trip at all or anything you had to do.
I tell my younger brother, or just like guys that I know in high school, or even young girls, but I mostly know guys in high school, obviously. Like, I know you cannot wait to be grown. I know you 18 and 21 and you can have fun, but I'm telling you, there's no time in life better than high school, for the simple fact of you're young enough to where you don't have bills and responsibility, but you're old enough to have a little bit of freedom.
Yeah.
When you leave, the real world is coming, and you got to focus and lock in, or your ass will be somewhere looking crazy. So enjoy high school, because, yeah, it's the only time when you have an excuse of just being a jackass, even though you know better.
Yeah.
Even though somebody robbing us.
Right. Austin's dropping. What is that?
Hey,
Pots
I
and
was,
pans?
I was
like
telling
all
my
episode.
uh,
I don't know what he doing.
somebody was in my stream yesterday, and they was like, man, Jimmy Butler just got traded. Like, he trying to look for reactions, and this crickets in there. So he was like, bro, he doing that shit for attention. That's some shit I used to do in high school. And I was telling him about the times where I would be in class and we just walked in. And it obviously like 10, 15 minutes go past. So and then randomly I'll shout out like, damn, it's only 5 minutes left in class? And it'll be like 6 heads turn to
Bro,
that
we
clock
used to
fast
do-
as
we
hell,
used to
bro.
do that type of shit. That shit used to blow me.
I was like,
Because it's eventually it stopped working and you would still do some shit like that. It's like, come on, bro.
the first couple of times, people was thirsty to get out that class. Especially if it's in a bad class or a boring ass
Bro.
class.
Have we ever had a class together, Derek? I
No.
don't think we ever did.
Those is my favorite classes.
You should have had Mr. James.
Yeah. We had same teachers, but never same
Yeah, I
classes.
think I had a class right after y'all.
Every
does make
teacher
sense.
I had, except one, every teacher I had, I do the same thing. I come in that first day, first week, sweetest kid, build that relationship,
Oh, I was wondering where little homie was at.
and then I get.
What?
You don't know his name?
It's easy.
Okay. Get that good rapport, and then I used to get to show my ass. You gotta get on the good rapport, and then you have a longer leash, right? So I could be my class clown,
Yeah.
but I ain't getting a detention. I love the teacher who I had a good relationship with. I used to just be able to do my thing, man.
You know
I used
my
to like
favorite
teachers-
teacher?
Who?
What was her name?
You
we
don't
had the
even
same.
know.
We had the
She
same.
was a
team.
woman.
Yeah, she
Miss,
literally she
fuck,
talking
what's her
about she was
name?
about to retire, so
Yes,
she did not
used to
care
let me
at
do
all.
I used to show my ass.
She was
in
about
her
to
class.
retire, bro.
Not only was she did not give a fuck, I was old. Cause I had to do that class again.
Don't tell me that.
I don't give a fuck. Look at me now. I don't give a fuck.
No, we definitely had some older people in our class. Too.
Yeah,
Oh,
I had to do that class.
we
again.
had. It didn't even matter, but we had like some juniors, and I probably even a senior in that class.
This is why I had to do the class again, just for context. My junior year, the teacher I had was my girl. She ended up having a baby. She had to leave. Another teacher come in for basically the whole year. The teacher was a young teacher. She was cool. So she used to be in there. She was asking us what sports and stuff we play. And, well, she was asking these girls, I guess she had knew, like they played soccer. And it's like, yeah, come to our game, blah, blah, blah. And so I said the same thing, like, man, the basketball season starts, you got to come to our games. Come watch me play. Nothing crazy at all. One day, Gerritz, I don't know if y'all remember him.
Yeah.
He approached me in the hallway talking about I need to be respectful to the teacher and that inappropriate, all of this type of thing. He can get me suspended. So I look at him like, get the fuck out of my face. I ain't say that, but I walked off on him. And I went right to my dean. And my dean talking about they had a referral written up. I said it's inappropriate. So, and I even told my mom, I had my mom go up there. I'm like, all I did was tell the lady to come to my game the same way that, I'm not gonna say the girl, but the same way them girls told her to come to the soccer game. I'm like, I told my mom, like, she young, but she ugly as hell. I'm not, I don't know what they talking about. So I had to do the class again because when I went back to the class the rest of the year, I did nothing. I used to come in there lively, talking, being me now. I used to come in there, bitch, I ain't say nothing, I ain't do nothing. So being young, that was dumb.
I was about to say, but
Right,
when you
that's
when you're
dumb.
young,
Don't
you
do
Bro,
that.
no,
stupid, you
that
don't think about
happened to somebody in our class.
But
too.
I just exited my way out of there. I had, if it was up to me, I would have dropped the class, but I couldn't at that point. So my middle finger to them was, I ain't doing shit.
Things have changed a lot. One of Suzanne's brothers is in high school. He's a junior. He doesn't go to school anymore.
Is he doing online?
He does everything online now. For the rest of this year and all of his senior year, he'll never go back to school.
That sucks.
And that wasn't even an option for us.
Even if it was, I would have been in
wouldn't
school.
do it.
Same.
I would have been my ass in school.
Same.
I
But he would rather work, which I like.
okay.
Sure, go get some money, I guess. But like the interaction, the
Grant
people
Williams.
interaction.
Yeah.
Perry, he was in the NBA. He got drafted too.
Who was it? I ain't
Perry
see.
for Texas A&M. I think he might have got drafted by the Kings.
No, that's Mississippi State, I think.
Oh, Mississippi State. Let me see. That name looks hella familiar. Oh, his face looked familiar is what I mean.
No, the Kings drafted
Robert Woodard.
Woodard, yeah.
Yeah, they sure did.
That was the year they got Jemiah Ramsey too. I thought that draft class was gonna be all right.
I
What did
remember
they say?
Jemiah
His name
Ramsey.
Perry.
But yeah, I just so that's how I ended up having to do Miss Olsen.
Reggie Perry.
Oh yeah, that was her name.
Miss
Really nice
Olsen.
lady, by the way.
Really nice lady, but older, ready to retire, and would let me do whatever the fuck I wanted to do in that class, man.
My business class was the last year of Mr. Davis. I don't know if we turned in a single assignment the whole season. We had 3 field trips, and he was just like,
Bro,
Have
you
fun.
remember we had somebody
was great.
like, so we had like a transfer student come in like halfway through or whatever. And
You was in this class, KB?
yeah. And I just remember like the teacher had called him up one time, and he's like, can so and so can you come up to the front of the class? And when he got up there, she's like, you know you have all F's in your classes or whatever. And he just got there, so I'm assuming that like he probably wasn't doing no work at his old school or
Thinking that
whatever,
he
and
about to
then he's about to
transfer.
have a fresh start. But all them grades transferred over, so he's just sitting there with F's in all his classes.
Why would she say that and when y'all could hear that?
yeah, I don't know why she did. It ain't like she was
But
like screaming it, but somehow
Yeah.
we heard
It was
her.
like that loud whisper, but it was so crazy because I remember I kind of like peeped his face and his jaw just dropped. Like
he was so quiet too. I don't know if I ever heard him say anything for the rest of that class.
You had to lock in.
That class has so many moments though.
yeah, that's
we got a detention for drawing a dick on the board.
yeah.
Oh, is this about a teacher that was always pregnant?
Yes. yeah.
We had,
I was pregnant was crazy.
She was pregnant,
Bro,
probably,
but then we
Like 4 years of our
Yeah,
life. No
we
joke.
had got a temp in, and he had came in there. He's like, "Hey, first things first in this class, no profanity. And everybody smacked their lips. Like, bro,
Just
I
a
don't know
bad
who
way to
you think
start
it
your
is.
interaction with the kids. Because it was me, you, and Mikey, right?
Yeah.
Me and Mikey in that class. Yeah. And Joe. Can't forget about Joe, because Joe was great.
Yeah. I used to have classes with crazy. Like, I was a class clown, but I teetered it. I made sure to never get in trouble. I used to be in a class with, I'm talking about kids cursing out teachers like they another kid. Like, stop talking to me, bro. I was like, yo, y'all crazy.
I never did that.
Never. My mom would have came up there and kicked me in front of the class in my
Bro,
face.
who was the older guy we had in our math class? You definitely know him, P.
I know who you're talking about. I'm not saying his name
I
at
don't
all.
ca-
His
I
ass
can't-
is a lame. I'm
I
not saying
can't
his
even
name
think
at
about
all.
who it was. Oh, I do know who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His ass corny as hell.
He had to be like a junior in like our freshman
No, he was in
class.
my. Oh yeah, yeah.
I think he was a junior when our
The
freshman
reason I know
class.
you're talking about because he had to do
And
that.
we
with-
were like in the bottom
he did
math
that with
class
all
too,
of
by
his
the way.
classes. I think he had to go back for a 5th year, if I'm not mistaken.
That's actually insane.
Is it who I think I might be? I know who y'all talking about.
I don't think you know.
Mike talking about it because me and him almost got into a fight.
You and the guy?
Yeah.
Damn.
But I swear he even almost got into a fight with Mikey. Like, I swear he had a couple moments.
I just text y'all. Tell me if that's
But,
what
like,
it is.
Let me see if his name looked familiar.
No, it was.
That's
it
what I was thinking
No,
too.
no. But I did have him in one of my class. Manny was low key cool as. I didn't even mean to say his name, but he was cool as fuck in the classes. Bro.
He was
He
cool
was
to me
cool.
too.
I rock
Until we
with Manny.
graduated, we
You
started-
haven't done that in a while, by the way.
What, name
But-
drop?
Yeah, name drop.
They not gonna. Manny's.
I
That's
don't
such a
care.
damn
But
random
I
name,
wasn't
and
gonna say
like
the
I
name,
don't
but
honestly don't.
I
think he
used to
care.
rock with. He was cool,
Man,
but
he
he
was
did some
cool.
lame shit after we graduated. Like Flex was rapping or whatever. He called himself like this and Flex.
Oh yeah, he
And
did
that
have
was
that
just
type of
super
name.
corny to me. Just lame. Just
I
lame.
put the name of the dude that Mike is talking about in the chat.
No, that is not his name.
No?
I don't even know. I don't
No,
know. I don't
no,
know
this
anybody
is-
with that name.
I wrote
Oh.
it's.
It's
It's
I
funny
think about
about
from
math,
a viewer's
bro.
experience, we texted each other names and shit.
It's funny because I know. I
You
forgot, why
know
did
who
we
he
almost
looks.
fight,
That's not
though?
his name, by the way.
Why did we
It's
almost
a
fight
different
again?
name.
I don't know anybody with that name.
We
Yeah.
almost fought because he said something.
Bro, that is not his. You
No, I know.
talking about the right person, but that is not his name.
I know. I
You know the dude name? You
I
just know
s-
it ain't that name.
I know it's not
Yeah,
that. If
I-
I seen it, it would instantly pop up. But I
Yeah.
kind of.
So what was y'all about to fight over?
Well, you ain't
said
repping the
something.
brand today, by the way. I
Hmm?
just noticed we all wearing the Jordan, you not.
He rapping Stone Cold
Oh,
Steve Austin.
Stone Cold.
Roy Rumble tonight, that's why. Forgot
But
about
I don't remember. I just know that we almost got into it over something, and I just don't know what it was.
Okay, walk us through it, though.
I don't know. I literally don't remember.
I remember there was a time where like basically there was two keep like I think it was our guy Mikey who was like on
Oh,
the
you know
basketball
what's
team.
funny? I think I told him that you damn near super C in our class as freshmen. or
That would
something like
probably
that.
want to fight somebody. That would
And-
make me want to fight.
What made you say that though?
He was saying something to me. And
Oh, okay.
And I decided to hit him where it hurt.
Right.
that.
Hey.
Yeah, you go low, I go lower.
Yup. Fighting ain't fair.
Are you doing anything for Royal Rumble?
I didn't have a stream tonight.
Okay. You stream here or stream at the crib?
I
The
haven't
career.
decided.
He said he thinks so. He on the fence.
What time
about
does that start?
7 or maybe 6. One of them.
it. Oh. If you don't know the time, how you gonna stream, Daddy-O?
You'll figure it out.
Google it.
There you go. You can Google it now.
Did you have fun last night?
Oh yeah, that was a nice event. My only gripe was I thought the song I really love is Nakuna Matata. I felt like it wasn't long. They didn't. That song is long. They
Yeah.
only gave us like a small snippet of it.
Okay.
And like I was like, that song is so good, you can't cut it short.
Yeah.
They didn't cut it short in the movie either.
No, they didn't. They played the whole thing out.
I feel like I went last year as well. For the people at home, me and Darrick took our families to Disney on Ice last night. Last year was so much better.
Really?
I feel like we got more, like same time frame,
Okay.
but I feel like we got more characters.
Oh, okay.
Um,
The pops was crazy for certain characters when they came out.
yeah,
The crowd just went
yeah.
crazy.
It felt like some WWE shit.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah,
that-
when Moana came out, I was like, oh, it's
Yes.
GG's, bro. GG's.
I ain't even heard of like On Ice and like since I used to watch TV and they had commercials for
Yeah,
whatever.
bro, I am not joking. That shit is actually like we're almost 30. I find myself enjoying that shit because it's like it's so much acrobatics and athleticism
Yeah.
that you can't help but to.
I think
enjoy it.
I think ice skate one is one of the hardest shits, bro.
I know. We got
like
a video
doing-
you busting your ass.
Like when you think about
They
all
make it
the
look
stuff
so
they be
easy.
doing,
They
Yes, they
ice
do.
skate better than I walk.
yeah. Or like I be
Yeah.
thinking about when I see the hockey players are on their skates and they start trying to fight. Like I just feel like that shit's so dangerous.
But
like,
to them, it just feels like
it feels like
walking.
you walking.
Yeah.
I just feel like one wrong slip, you breaking your ankle.
yeah,
or
a lot of
something like
people be doing this since they like 4 years old.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
just like walking.
But it was super cool, man. I'm so sad we didn't see Cars this year, though.
Oh, there was Cars last year?
And Avery was really looking forward to Cars.
On ice?
Yeah, bro.
That
and
shit
they were
sounds
real,
hard.
not real cars, but like it was
the
cars.
characters.
Really?
Yeah.
It was real character. I
Oh,
got
that's what's
pictures and
up.
videos of that shit too. Like when we dropped y'all off, she was like, "What's the red car name?" And I was like, "Lightning McQueen." She said, "Oh." And just she was thinking about it, like she was
Yeah.
hoping that he was there, and he wasn't. Fortunately,
They have whatever his name is.
What was
Mater?
Mater?
Mater.
no. Oh, they did last year. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, that would have been dope.
yeah.
Our girls that went up to the concession stands, they was trying to get hot dogs for the babies. And they apparently, the United States didn't have hot dogs that day. They was like, the machine is broke.
Damn.
Hot
what
dog
did they
machine,
have?
bro.
I don't know. But they
Like
ended up just
nachos was available.
Yeah. So they ended up just not getting nothing.
Yeah.
Because I remember the whole time Suzanne kept telling Avery, we'll get you something to eat when we get there.
Yeah, couldn't. Luckily, we always packed some like she had
Yeah.
a Uncrustable and some
Yeah.
other snacks, but yeah, it was not well put together. I don't think,
Nah.
but it's good enough for kids, right?
We didn't even go to like the Disney like stands and like shop. I just
Avery kept trying. I had to pick her ass up, bro. Leave that alone. This shit is $19 for a little
For
ass
what?
toy of like Elsa. Like, no, bro, you good. You do,
Nah,
do
you want to
not
hear
need
some
that
crazy
shit.
shit about a little ass toy? So I was in the car with Elaine yesterday. She talking to like one of her nephews or whatever, and he's saying that he has a what are they doing? Like the little charity things where you do like the donations, whatever. You're trying to earn, you
Like
try
a
to
toy
raise
drive?
money. Yeah, toy drive or whatever. He's like, yeah. They said whoever gets the most, he get a prize. And right now I'm in the top. Like I got like $300. And she's like, what do you get? He said, you get $3 in a little toy. I said, bro,
$3.
$3? They
can
might as well keep the
Keep the
$3.
$3 or use that $3 to upgrade the little toy to a
Right.
medium toy.
I'm like, bro, they using the hell out these kids, man.
Bro, keep your $300.
Talking about some $3.
Sometimes you just need that incentive to get people to care, I guess. We used to do this thing in school, the book fair. Did y'all do book fairs?
yeah, we did
Yeah.
book fair.
And
Yeah.
they gave you a coupon if you read the most books in your class.
Mm.
I used to make books up, bro.
Yeah.
One summer I had like 200
When did you get like
books.
a pizza thing?
For us, it was just for like the Scalactathon, whatever it's
Oh.
called.
We
We
used
get
to
like
do
one free
accelerated
book.
reader at
Pizza Hut or some shit.
yeah, but I used to lie about the books because I knew so much about animals.
You just make
I
shit
could
up.
just go in there, type in tigers, and there would be a tiger's accelerated book, and I'd take the
Who's
test
the
and pass
fastest animal in the world
like
The cheetah?
on land or just in general?
in general?
Is it the cheetah?
Falcon.
It is a falcon.
Ooh.
The falcon's like 2 times as fast as a cheetah.
Yeah.
It was some video
So
where
you-
a girl was saying it, and Dana was like, "Do you think Darrick noticed?" I'm like, "I'll put my
What
money in."
would you rather be scared of, a cheetah or a falcon?
Am I
Cheetah.
me?
Yeah.
Cheetah.
Yeah.
If I'm another
They're-
animal, a falcon problem. Them falcons, they be diving and it's like you getting shot with
Yeah.
a beak.
But
I
neither
be-
one
I
of
seen-
those animals are gonna attack a human.
There you go.
Yeah, I
Cheetahs
see.
really want to attack you because like they're small. They're
They
like
are pretty small, huh?
they're technically small. They're not even like in the big cat family because they don't roar.
Right.
When I went to the museum not too long ago, they had like all the animals that you could see, and like one of the animals I really liked was a mountain goat. I don't know. I just feel like their physique is crazy. Like they just strong as
goat.
hell animals, and they
Yeah,
got like those
and they
big
have
ass.
crazy balance. to
And
be
yeah,
able to
they can
balance.
climb up mountains. I'm like, those are actually insane.
In your adult age, do you still find yourself like doing animal research and stuff? Or like watching animal related
Yeah.
stuff?
I watch it at home sometimes on YouTube.
Do
I
you
watch
think
a documentary on the Amazon.
that's your
That's-
vice outside of basketball, I guess? I know you got wrestling, you got basketball, and then is it
Lately,
like
it's
animals?
been Marvel Rivals.
It sounds like that is
It
his
is
vice.
because we drove together yesterday, and in the backseat I heard you at least watching a Marvel
Oh,
Rivals
yeah.
video. I'm like, oh, his ass is locked
I
in.
I
think
was
that-
watching
the
I think
animals thing seem like that's your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you know the animal more than the basketball.
Do you think you
shit.
can host an animal podcast?
No.
You don't think so?
That's why I don't think I could host a wrestling podcast.
It's just
I
not-
don't watch it enough, and like I'm not
I see what you mean. Yeah, it is tough. But
because like
you know your animal shit though. Like
you
off
do.
the top of the dome too.
I wanted to. I was blue because like I used to have these books at my mom's house, and I was like, I'm gonna go get those and give them to my and read them to Ivy,
Yeah.
and then. My nieces was like, those books ain't there no more. And I was like, where they at? She was like, she gave them away. I was like,
Were
what?
they like the little zoo
Damn.
books?
They weren't zoo books, but I think they was more National Geographic. I think it was their brand.
Oh,
Did you just try to Google them?
Yeah, I could probably look them up.
bro, it's really like a lot of the shit we talking about. They used to have real life like I remember National Geographic having commercials for like their little
Yeah.
books and their magazines.
Mhm.
I do not see none of that shit no more.
Every commercial is the same. It's for
Yeah.
insurance or gambling.
Yeah.
Or some random shit.
that.
Are you bleeding out of your ass? Take this. You might have a heart attack, but
Side effect.
if
I
you
definitely heard that,
call your 911.
No. It is that crazy.
Y'all seen that Ozempic commercial?
Yeah,
they seen that little
fucking
jingle?
stabbing themselves in the fucking stomach.
Ozempic?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've never seen them.
I was singing that like a whole day. It was stuck in my head.
I thought Ozempic they was taking a pill. Now they
No, you
taking
gotta-
this.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's like,
what the hell?
Insulin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like you do insulin.
I'm good on that shit. I just get it the old-fashioned way.
Hit by the gym.
Not even I just run in my neighborhood.
I hate that everybody that do end up losing weight, they
It's
just
like,
get
he on the
Ozempic.
old-
Yeah,
yeah.
they get
They
Ozempic
did that with
allegations.
Drake recently, but I don't even think he lost weight.
I was gonna say I didn't know Drake was fat.
That's exactly what.
Oh, well, I think Kendrick.
Don't say it because you're gonna get it stuck in my
I
head.
think Kendrick little post thing had like a prescription. I don't know if it's real or not, but it was like a Ozempic prescription thing.
Okay.
Oh,
What the hell?
And they were saying Drake face got smaller. Shit that me, you, us four would not pay attention to. The size of Drake face. People be on the internet just like so focused on these.
Bro,
celebrities.
internet
It's
detectives are a
nuts.
real thing.
Yeah.
And they don't get paid for it either. Well, not all.
They
of
get
them
paid. They get paid in likes now.
Not
Kendrick
all of
taking
them
his
get paid,
fish
though.
oils. Look at his beard. Yeah, like what?
This is so. We got Ring camera in Ava's room. She's just laying on her bed with her camera. It's like I don't know, shit like that make
Oh.
me smile.
yeah.
She just laying
With
there,
a
just
camera?
chilling.
Yeah, she got like a little toy camera she can take pictures of. She's just laying in her bed on camera, like probably taking pictures of the
Chilling.
ceiling. Incoherent ass pictures.
Oh wait, you said you just put that bed together, right?
Yes, sir.
What size is it? Just like
It's a full size bed.
full size bed,
Yeah.
bro. My sister got a bed recently, and I was just over at the
I'm
house.
so
I
glad
seen
because
it.
when you told me she was sleeping on the floor, I was worried.
No, she had like an actual like the little ass kid bed, but she has a bed now. She has a damn bunk bed,
Oh wow.
but she's only
Hey,
for
no,
herself.
As having a bunk bed as a kid is A1.
Bro,
I had a
she's-
bunk bed too, and it was just me.
A1, bro.
She's got a bunk bed for herself.
I used to
bro.
always sleep at the top though, obviously.
I used to switch it up. I used to sometimes sleep on the bottom, sometimes
For
sleep
real?
on the top.
I used to love climb on my ladder.
Yeah,
Just
no.
sit on my ladder watching TV.
Me and my sister used to have bunk beds, but she hated it, so she slept somewhere else. So I basically had my own bunk bed
Yeah.
with Chris Brown
The
posters
bunk
on
bed
the
was
wall.
pretty much for if you had like your cousin come over. That
Yup.
way they got somewhere to sleep.
Right.
That's pretty much what it was.
I don't know why she got a bunk bed, because her and my cousin who live with them, like, they have two separate rooms and they each have their own bed.
Because it's just fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
have a
guess as
bed
a
you
kid.
nap in and a bed you actually sleep in.
Yeah.
You have a bed where you eat food and one you don't. You have a bed that you piss in and one that you don't. You can have so many different options with a bunk bed.
True.
I remember one time I was at my twin cousin's house and we were playing kick 'em, is what we called it, where somebody's at the top of the bunk bed and the other two was at the bottom and we
This
kick,
sounds
kick, kick,
dangerous.
and you you fly up and then Kayla fell off and hit her face,
Ooh.
and then we all got in some deep trouble because
They
they
bring
told us
that belt out?
no belts.
Mm.
Right, she already got hurt, but it's like
That's dope.
I'm gonna give you something more to cry about. Yeah, did you get a lot of whippings growing up?
I would say yeah. For myself, I'd say probably like once every couple months.
Damn. How about you, Derek?
A little bit, but not really. It was
It-
kind of like in the middle.
It definitely got to a time where I was just too big to get no damn whooping.
Yeah.
It's so
Like,
crazy.
When
think
I
my
got
last
to the end
one
of high
was in, like,
school.
5th or 6th grade.
It's crazy how much it has changed because whoopings was just a thing, and now you just don't do it. But I remember growing up, and I ain't trying to expose no parents or what's good. People would get full on just punched in the chest. Boom.
Yeah.
I
That
had
was
it
your
happen-
whipping for
yeah.
the day.
I had it happen like that.
I've gotten punched in the
I remember
chest
one
before.
time I was on
Yeah.
punishment. I went outside for a long ass time, came home to it. After that, shit, it was done with.
There's a time I knew I was gonna get a whooping, and I didn't go. Like I was sitting outside as long as I could, and then my whooping ended up being longer because the street lights was on, and I was still outside, scared about the whooping.
who whooped you?
Nana whooped me.
Oh damn.
My mom has only hit me. That sounds crazy. My mom only whooped me once, and that's because I used to have this jewelry, because my dad used to have a lot of money. I had a bracelet that said KJB, and had a ring that was a K. Ma say, that's special occasions. Don't wear that out. I wore that shit to school and lost both.
Oh my God.
And she was like, I don't want to
How
do
the
this
fuck
to
you lose both?
Here's the thing, no P. I did it. They were in my backpack.
Somebody stole
so
them.
you
No.
found it
They
later.
must have fell off. Our teacher called later that day and said, hey, I put so-and-so on. I lost them.
Yeah.
She found them, put them in my bag. Didn't tell me. I thought I
Oh.
lost them. Mine already gave me the whooping by the time the call came.
So you just had to sit there with the whooping,
I had the
knowing,
whooping.
knowing you ain't.
I ain't never get a whipping from my dad, but my mom used to whip me all the time.
My dad never whipped me either. He just scared me one time.
My
and I
dad
was
used
like,
to
I'm
punch us in the chest.
I had them times where I used to have them progress reports, report card.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be everybody getting their report card except for
Hey,
me.
looking back at it,
I
them
got a
punches
whooping
my
for some
dad used to give
stupid
me and my
shit.
brothers weak as hell.
I would be more afraid of your stepmom punches than your dad punches.
It
I
said-
say her blow a chest up, boy. Boom,
Well,
boom,
Well, LaShawn has you.
boom. Yeah.
He used to
Like for
deserve
real,
it.
3-piece. Boom, boom, boom. Oh,
He used to go
damn.
crazy. I told y'all that one time. Me and her went up to the school. She like, here, take this to get to LaShawn. I go to the coach. Yeah, that's for my brother. Who your brother? LaShawn. Oh, he ain't been here all summer. Boy, I go back to that car. She couldn't believe when I said that shit. She said, nah. She went herself.
Yeah.
She said, nah, something can't be right. Went back. And boy. We get home. I'm sitting with my dad in the game room.
Bro,
He walked through that door. I can explain, bro. I was like, oh, hell no. It's too
Bro,
late.
He had
So-
already been thinking about this
Yeah.
shit.
I had like grown up. I spent like a lot of time with my godbrother and like got my godmother like her and my mom were super close friends like since like high school type days. So they were super close. And like anytime I was at his house, like she definitely had that meanness to him. She was real cool, but she can get mean if you put her in that position. And I forgot what he did, but it kept me cracking up because I was like, bro, that shit sound like it hurt. She's like, keep playing with me, I'm gonna break your face. And I'm like, whoa, that shit sound like it hurt.
That's crazy.
I got a whipping once because I made a stupid joke in 4th grade. Well, one of my homies, his dad was in jail for life. He did some shit. He in jail for life. And he used to wear that shit like a badge of honor. Yeah, my dad in jail for life. And then I remember in 4th grade, my teacher was asking around the school, like, or the class, like, first of all, the crazy preference, but she prefaced like, if your dad is in your life, what does he do? And I said, oh, my dad in jail for life, like making fun of bro. And she told my dad that.
This guy is crazy.
Yeah.
I was in 4th grade. And my dad scared the hell out of me. He ain't give me no whooping. Man, she just wanted a reason, I guess. She was like, I got him. I'm like, damn, it wasn't even about you.
Right.
Damn.
But yeah, I got a whooping that day.
And at Christmas, Nana swear she ain't whooped nobody.
She swear she ain't whooped nobody. I used to whoop
She
you.
for sure never whooped me, but
Man, Nana
man,
done put
everybody
a
else
shoe
had
in my
stories.
ass.
everybody had a story. Nana's like, I never whooped none of y'all.
I
Then
got a
they all
whooping because I
naming
was
their story.
7 minutes
Yeah.
late once.
She looked at me to I know I ain't no whoop. I'm like, yeah, Nana, they was around a lot more. Don't look at me as your way out, Nana. You got to answer to them because five of
She
them got
wouldn't
their
because I
hands
was late
raised.
once. She wouldn't because I didn't have the right change when we went to the fucking store. Like I got whooped for missing like I don't know what exactly, some coins.
Right.
I missed a couple coins and that was enough for a
Stellar.
whooping. Yeah, I
Thiefing.
definitely probably spent that shit though. Went straight down to Popeyes and got some fruities or something. I don't know. But wouldn't change
Yeah.
anything about it.
But the funny thing about it is, I wouldn't change anything either. Gun whoopers wasn't shit. I'll be looking at the climate of today like,
Definitely never cried.
Y'all know
never
that.
whooped.
but I also hear stories like, man, he in jail because he, like, oh, people was really going above and beyond with
Yeah,
the whooping.
yeah.
But I still have some of that shit in me. So when I'm disciplining like Penny, I say some shit to Penny that I never would do. But I'm like, my neighbors hear this will probably be like, poor dog. Penny had ate a Chick-fil-A fry the other day. You laughed at it because I put her in jail. She went back and was trying to eat Ari nuggets, but she knocked them all over. So I grabbed her. I said, hey, if you around some food again, I'm going to fuck you up. I'm not finna do anything to Penny. But it was just my reaction from my
Yeah.
frustration.
And it's
I'm
so
like,
funny because she don't understand shit you
she
say.
don't understand. That's what I'm saying.
The
But-
tone she probably do.
Yes, yes.
That's all she
I be
understand.
talking to my cat like that. I ain't gonna lie. I
But
be
I-
like, bro,
I know
if
I'm a-
I give your ass a whooping,
I walked away laughing at myself though, because I'm like, P, you not gonna do shit to her.
bro. My
This her
mama,
second time getting the Chick-fil-A and you ain't done shit yet.
my mama used
So-
to be so funny. She used to ask like, "Do you want a whooping?" Like I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, I want."
Please, please, and thank you.
No.
Shit.
My mom used to do the same thing though. That's funny. Do you want a whooping? Yeah, now that you think about it, no. The fuck?
Or when she's like, "I'm gonna whoop your ass when we get home," and you just hope that time period
She
between
forget
you and you
about it?
getting home, she relax so she forget about
That's
it.
how I know I was an idiot. My mom used to say shit like that, and I used to be like, ooh, I wonder if she forgot. No, she ain't forget.
She been thinking about the different methods she
I
could
used
use.
to really try to convince myself that my mom forgot. What
I remember
sour
the-
cream they eat?
I
She
was-
put a strawberry in
On
sour.
dead ass, I looked at them. I was like, that don't seem right.
I don't eat sour cream, but I know damn well that ain't right.
Sour cream,
On strawberry?
You
strawberries,
put
and
it,
nuts.
put it in nuts.
That don't sound
Sound like a parfait, but you gotta mix it with vanilla
Sour
or
cream?
like
I thought that's yogurt though.
You got
Yeah.
Yogurt.
y'all sure with sour cream?
It's a whole. They put it on
I'm
tacos.
gonna
Hell
say it was
yeah.
yogurt. I'm gonna say it was yogurt.
I've never had
What?
sour cream.
We can rewind it. This sour
I've never.
cream.
refused
It
to
was
believe
it
she
was a
put
sour
that.
cream commercial
I
Yes.
just refuse
Why
to
do we
believe
have
she
sour
did
cream
that.
commercials?
to get us to talk
You-
about sour
you eat
cream.
sour cream,
That
right?
might be their whole marketing plan right now.
Right, let's do some dumb shit. Put it in a strawberry because people gonna walk away like, there's no way you can do that, right?
Right?
Sour cream comes in a white container.
Look. I just rewinded
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Boom.
She's dipping the sour cream like you weren't even looking at the fucking
Yeah.
TV, Mike. But she dipped
They
it right
put
in.
it on tacos before that. You ain't putting no
In a
yogurt on no
burger.
taco.
Yeah, they dipped it in
in
a
a burger. Yeah. Who is even doing that? That's just
Sour
do
cream
dumb
not
shit.
that damn good.
Yeah, they just doing shit to get out 3
What
Y'all
is
like the
what
com-
is the flavor profile? Is this sour? Is it literally sour?
No.
Is it sweet?
No.
Tastes like nothing.
It's like
It just I don't know. I don't know how to
The
describe
times
it.
I've had sour cream, it didn't really taste like shit, but I just didn't like the texture. I had it on the taco.
I had sour
like,
cream yesterday with my nachos.
See, I don't.
it's like I don't know how to explain. It's like a neutral flavor.
Like
It does have like a little bit of a
avocado's a neutral one.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it similar to that? Not the taste wise,
Yeah,
but like in the same mold.
yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
I had I had went and got some of that Taco Bell like fire sauce too while I was at the store and I put out my nachos. It was low key a hit.
Hey, Taco Bell
Homemade
fire sauce be
nachos?
getting.
Homemade nachos
Yeah.
is not doesn't even.
So what
exist.
we be
am I talking
doing?
about?
Yeah,
I
it's
like
not really
homemade
homemade.
nachos.
The chicken, we be getting like a rotisserie chicken and we'll just shred the chicken up and use that.
Okay.
The best nachos. Do you use Doritos?
Nah, we use
Nachos are elite with Doritos.
if you need a good tortilla chip, because I'm real picky with the chips that I get, because some are just like they kind of soft, they don't got the firmness. Like I need that crunch. Donkey chips got the best tortilla
Who?
chip. Donkey chips.
Donkey.
There's a brand called Donkey.
Elena put me on.
Okay. Where'd she get them from?
So
'Cause that
at
sound like
first
some
I only
off-brand
seen them at
shit.
Jewel, but even at
Okay.
Myers they seen them. But it's like in a red bag, but they're really good chips. Like
Shout out to Donkey. Come sponsor us, please.
I
I think we should end right here.
Okay.
We appreciate y'all watching and listening to this episode of Numbers on the Board. Remember that we are doing hoop streams for the NBA Celebrity All-Star Game. Please tune into that on NBA on ESPN. Tune in to the Razorback thing on Vice. Shout out to Coach Cal. And we'll see y'all in a few days.
Peace.
Peace.